तुम नहीं हो मेरे, नहीं हो मेरे, नहीं हो मेरे. Don't wake me, I'm not breathing. Don't wake me, not breathing.
Monkey meat. I don't know. But yes, he's right, because that's what we're looking out for. Yeah. I want to see that attacking side from Orangutan succeed. I want to see that defensive side, because you can expect Dplus Kia to be holding some of these positions, holding some of these angles. And if Rafi, is supported by Tesseract or Aziz, they might be able to crack them open.
Okay, well, guess what? I believe we have a break, so game is going to be coming up very shortly. We'll see you after this.
दो मिनट में चालू हो रहा है. हाय कॉमेडी किंग भाई, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम. क्या हाल है दोस्त? व्हाट्सअप 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 लॉन्डे व्हाट्सअप. हेलो पावर पफ, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम ब्रो. कैसे हो? वो गाइस इंस्टा पे डाल दूं? खाना ऐसा बनाओ कि खुद ना खा पाओ. भाई मैंने कितना ज्यादा नमक डाल दिया. थोड़ा सा पानी डाल दूं क्या? सही हो जाएगा? हक दिया लग रहा है मैंने. भाई तुम्हें बहुत है, भाई तुम में बहुत क्या है? ऋषि भाई क्या हाल है? ओ जी परमेंदु भाई, व्हाट इज एप्स ऐप ओपनर. भाई आज ओजी जीतनी चाहिए गई, आज जीतनी चाहिए और आज जीतेगी, मुझे 100% ऐसा लग रहा है. क्या खा रहे हो? yippee खा रहा हूँ यार, नमक ज़्यादा डाल दिया मैंने इसमें, अब अच्छी नहीं लग रही खाने में. 14 सेकेंड, चालू हो जाओ गाइस, हू करना सब. भाई ये बड़ा सेक्सी लगा है मुझे. टुन 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 टुन.
And anyway, that's why the guy said yo is the most viral agent in all of Valorant. We're back. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to VCT Ascension Pacific.
Yes sir, welcome.
Sharing some fun stories of our Valorant life cycle here.
Oh my god, maybe one story.
Far away now. What's so funny, huh?
Yoru is the best Valorant agent to ever exist. If you don't pick him in your team comp, your agent comp, you're doing something wrong.
To be fair, we were having a conversation earlier about the potential skill ceiling of his high expertise kit. You can actually.
By
the way, look, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're not going to be seeing any today, but we are going to see some kind of maps. Do you guys have any idea where we're going?
Ooh.
अभी पता है गाइस, मैं अभी बाहर जाने वाला था. स्ट्रीम जस्ट बंद करी, फिर मैंने बाहर गया, देखा मैंने बारिश हो रही इतनी तेज. मैं कहा स्ट्रीम ही
try to steer this into maps where again their capability for that aggression is gonna get the most value. Maybe we could be looking at Pearl, maybe even Haven. So mayhaps, I think.
I think you would want to avoid certain maps, and that would be Fracture, because that's where we saw Dplus actually kind of playing really slow, really unsettling behavior. Meanwhile, for Orangutan, you want something small, something with a lot more maneuverability. Maybe, yeah, Haven, maybe Bind?
Bind, you reckon?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like I've liked what we've seen from Orangutan so far on Bind. We also
saw that
series yesterday with Dplus Kia, so it is a shared map, of course.
Hello, chat. आवाज आ रही है, everything clear.
How they approach it, though. So, look, I don't know if we're going to be starting there. I don't know if it is there. It might be one of those maps that's floated for the third.
Another Lotus, you think?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Could see Lotus. I feel like
that.
Ascent's almost a necessity, it feels like, unless
भाई
someone
Lotus ना खिलवाएं यार।
sees something they don't like.
और क्या सीन, बढ़िया सीन। रोहित भाई क्या हाल है? यश भाई वेलकम।
Just picturing Dplus Kia playing hyper defensive on Ascent, that would be something really similar to like how One Team Esports plays, and I don't know. That just I don't like it.
यार एक तारीख की सोचो मेरे को याद।
Because if you have like raw fuels dashing in, you
For
know,
which one? For which one?
Ascent.
Ascent? I'm not a big fan of Ascent.
What? Not! You were telling me you want
Raw fuel
Icebox
भाई का तो
back in the
भौकाल
pool.
set हो
Everyone
गया
shun
भाई
this
एकदम।
guy. Like, it is fun. It is a great map, but shun him. Shun him real quick.
मार ऐटी मारो कि चार लोग तुम्हारे बारे में बात
You
करें।
need to channel your Twitch chat. Quick.
क्या समझेंगे?
what do I do?
Shun him!
Shun him.
Shun him now!
He's my buddy. I'm gonna keep him on here.
Anyway, I'll save you out of this one because we have the players there ready and it's time to figure out what maps we're playing.
आए। ओ भाई सेक्सी जर्सी वे।
Map draft underway.
यार ये प्यूमा वाली
You guys
जर्सी
are
सेक्सी
team
लग
A.
रही
You
है।
have first ban.
एडिडास और प्यूमा।
Ban Lotus. DK, you're ban. Ban split. First map pick Orangutan.
Pick bind.
Pick bind. Side select DK. Attack. And second map pick DK. Haven. Side select Orangutan.
Defense.
डिफेंस ऑलवेज
Going into our
डिफेंस।
next round.
प्रायोरिटी नहीं मिली अभी। कल से स्टार्ट होएगा, कल से आरती।
Your first
कल
ban.
की फर्स्ट स्टोरी जो बनाई थी वो कितनी अच्छी थी, उसके बाद में स्ट्रगल।
Pearl.
अबे हाँ यार वो एक ही बार में अच्छी बनी थी, उसके
Final
बाद
map
बनी नहीं।
ban DK. Ascent fracture. Fracture ban. And play
भाई अब मुझे
Ascent.
समझ आ गया, हम लोग जीतने वाले हैं। मुझे समझ आ गया, मेरे को यहीं से दिख गया, पता है? अब
Right.
कैसे तुम्हें ये नहीं पता लगे?
Cool. So let's review really quickly. Lotus ban, split ban.
Hey प्रांजल,
pick
what's
bind,
up?
Attack.
लाइक करो बे,
Haven pick, defense,
जल्दी जल्दी।
Pearl ban, fracture
मुझे यहीं से
ban,
समझ आ
final
गया
map
भाई,
Ascent.
मैंने देख लिया सबकी आंखों में,
Right, best of luck.
पांचों की आंखों में मैंने देख लिया। गुड लक गुड लक गुड लक बड़ी, गुड लक। ऋषि भाई आरवीके ऋषि भाई हो गए स्मार्ट एकदम। देख रहे हो बाबा स्मार्ट है। अजीज लॉर्ड डे, अजीज भाई कोई रिएक्शन नहीं देते यार। खुश है आज अजीज, खुश है आज अजीज खेलेगा बे, आज कॉन्फिडेंस में लग रहे हैं लॉन्डे एकदम। मृदुल भाई क्या हाल है? एंटीदा नमस्ते एंटीदा। आज जीतेंगे भगवान जी, एंटीदा ही जीतेंगे आज। लेट्स गो एंटी भाई। रॉफिल भाई या तो ये करेंगे या तो ये करेंगे, दोनों में से कुछ एक। अबे रॉफिल भाई बटन खोल लो यार, एक बढ़िया। हाँ रॉफिल भाई भी कुछ है बे, आज खेलेंगे भयंकर। तो रॉफिल भाई लग रहा है ऐप बना देंगे जब बूट कैम्प आए थे, एकदम दोस्त थी रॉफिल भाई की, एकदम भयंकर जिम करे। ये टेसरैक भी खुश है बे, आज सारे लौंडे खुश, आज खेलेंगे भरपूर। लेट्स गो डॉक्टर। आज डॉक्टर भाई भी कुछ, आज सब एकदम आज सब सोच के आया बे, आज कुमार चलानी एकदम भयंकर। चलन
Solo
भाई
and the Doc, huh? Which one's going to be doing the most behind the scenes to help both teams
Let's
take
go.
that dub today? That's the big question. Solo, of course, a lot of experience, a world of experience in the world of FPS. He's been around for a long time. And hopefully he's done enough work to
Zero
try
what's
to
up?
get that confidence back for Dplus Kia going into
Bro,
today's
today
game.
OG is
But the
going to
Doctor,
win.
you know
I'm for sure.
that he's going to be able
I'm
to give it
100%
the
sure.
right medicine every single time. But is there enough to calm down Orangutan's crazy playstyle?
That's a big question because
Let's
this
go, guys.
map veto feels like it has been steered toward the favor of Orangutan. Look at the first map. It's going to be Bind, a map where they won against Bleed Esports. And two-edged, double-edged sword. This is also the map where we saw Dplus get absolutely bodied. Well, not so much. I mean, it still went that overtime, but still get bodied by Bonkers. So there's definitely good starting history here to group stage that favors Orangutan again for the map pool.
That's why it's a really fun and interesting pick. Both sides have gone overtime on this map. Both sides can be really strong, but the following ones are where I get a little bit worried for Orangutan, and that's where I think the Doctor really has to be that leader for the team.
Do you think that Dplus Kia looks better on Ascent?
लौंडे का टैटू कितना बढ़िया लग रहा है यार भाई ऐसा टैटू बनवाना है
I think they actually have a stronger chance than Orangutan just based on how defender sided the map can be.
Okay, let's turn the conversation towards agent select, of course.
Hello Ravinder bhai, what's up? क्या हाल है
been
दोस्त?
established. And we do see a slight shift up. Lakia going to be going for the
तैयार हो जाओ warm up
Did you play that the other day?
I think he.
Where are you? I mean,
he definitely loves to fade, but I just can't remember.
घर पे हूँ Zero भाई.
Yeah, it's either that
भाई आज सारे खुश हैं भाई आज एकदम
So,
भयंकर मार चलने वाली
Playing the exact same composition with allow on the raise and of course that double controller setup.
Let's go.
Very useful for
2-0 guys बताओ तुम लोग क्या scoreboard कहते हो?
As well, you are going to see Orangutan go for what works best, right? You've got raw fuel on that jet.
OG2 D+0.
The raise and
OG2 D+2 one match decider.
The hope for Orangutan.
D+2 OG1.
So you better believe we're
D+2 की OG0. बताओ guys तुम लोग क्या कहते हो? मेरे ख्याल से 2-1 होगा. OG2 D+1 या तो 2-0 होगा. OG2 D+0.
Have prepared and how they're going to be able to stop.
ये घर है कि स्टूडियो? ये घर है bro. मेरा रूम है.
You know how we talk about the slow play?
Hello RP Devil bhai.
If they actually do the slow play here on Bind, it's going to be quite risky because again, if you
Hello,
don't get that
Karthik
proper
bro,
map
कैसे
control
हो?
on Bind, you're forced to always go for the rush, and I feel that's where Orangutan really find their strong point. They're so good at punishing teams at those close contacts.
भाई अजीब एकदम भयंकर हिला दी सर टिश्यू पेपर.
To really get any meaningful map.
भाई यार सब एकदम फॉर्म में.
If you don't get that map control quickly.
2-0. Let's go भाइयों.
Right? If they
Let's go
don't
2-0.
push aggressively, if they're all split up, and yes, you got 3 people swinging. If you're only going 1-for-1 at best, that's usually not enough, especially if you're going to lose map control. Because map control in a map like Bind is certainly too important.
That's the caveat for me, though, I think. Because while this can go either way, while both teams are kind of like stark contrasting to each other, I feel like Orangutan has some tiny tendencies.
अरे आज क्या डेडिकेशन पे स्ट्रीम कर रहा है वापस आ गया अबे अनस भाई पता है मैंने सोचा था मैं जाऊंगा घूमने बाहर मैं बाहर निकला जैसे ही अपने घर के मैंने देखा इतनी तेज बारिश हो रही है मैं कब क्या करूंगा
The Doctor calling for some strats.
मैंने कहा स्ट्रीम ही कर लीजिए
I can't wait to see what the doctor's prescribed again. I've said it about 3 times this week, and I'm going to keep on saying it. Now, Bind is going to be that first map. You know, Dplus Kia, they're on the back foot. We didn't get to see too much of them, honestly, up against Bonkers yesterday, and it's their second foray into Ascension Pacific. They're supposed to be a favourite. Let's see if they look like one.
As Mac was mentioning, doctor's prescriptions, but you know what I say? To get out of that,
let's go.
Yeah, an apple keeps the doctor away. If that joke has made you uncomfortable,
I'm in Kanpur right now.
Feel comfortable, guys. Steel case, play better, sit
let's
better.
Let's go, G, let's go.
That's true. I mean, hey, the players are sitting on those chairs.
आज जीतता है भाइयों आज जीतेंगे आज कमाएंगा लाला तभी तो गल खाएंगा क्या समझा मेरी
We'll see who get that first L though here, brother, as
चलो भाई पहला राउंड हो जाएगा यहाँ पे आते हुए लेट्स गो अबे बारिश में तो ज्यादा घूमने का मजा है भाई भीगते थोड़ी ना जाऊंगा क्या बात है हेलो भाई एकदम घुस गए हैं बहुत बढ़िया एकदम मुझे लग रहा है 2 लौंडे पेल देंगे यहाँ पे हमारे भी टेसरैक्ट भाई आ चुके हैं उठा लिए डीके भाई एक लौंडा पेल दिया है बहुत बढ़िया लकिया भाई को पेल दिया यहाँ पे हमारे अजीज भाई ने डीके भाई को पेल दिया यहाँ पे भाई को बहुत बढ़िया आज तो मजा आने वाला है गाइस आज होने वाला है बूम बूम बाम रॉफिल भाई ने दे दिया है डैमेज थोड़ा सा बहुत बढ़िया रॉफिल भाई बहुत ही शानदार रॉफिल भाई यहाँ पे नेट से पड़ते हुए और यहाँ पे एंटी भाई बहुत ही खतरनाक प्रदर्शन बहुत ही बढ़िया होती पहला पिस्टल राउंड निकालते हुए गाइस जी
That was kind of awkward. 'cause
आज भाई
Baka
आज जीतने
got
वाले हैं।
caught
आज
sleeping.
देखा
Maybe
आज
because he
मैंने
was
तुम्हें
setting up
स्टार्टिंग में बता दिया
utility
भाई,
to throw
चेहरे देखते
somewhere.
मेरे को पता
He got
चल गया
those
कि आज
lineup
क्या
outside
होने
of
वाला है।
bats. Problem
आज एकदम
was
भयंकर पिलाई
they
होने वाली है,
didn't
भयंकर
expect
मतलब
the
भयंकर
quadra
समझते हो एकदम
TP, so
नेक्स्ट
it's like,
लेवल।
"Hey, what
जे
am I
हमारा
supposed
ऑफिस भाई
to
क्या
do at this
पेले हो
point?"
बे, बहुत
And then,
बढ़िया
of
एकदम
course,
वन टेप,
because they were
बहुत
picking
बढ़िया
around,
एंटी
because
भाई,
there was
बहुत
no
जोरदार, बहुत बढ़िया
utility to
टेस्ट है।
really
क्या
utilize
बात है,
for the
क्या
post-up,
बात है,
even though
क्या
they
बात
have the
है।
stars from the Astros,
आय हाय
not
हाय
able
हाय
to
आय
take
हाय
this
हाय
one.
हाय आय हाय हाय हाय।
People, 5
लाइक करें वे, लाइक करें, सब्सक्राइब करें, चैट पार्ट फटाफट फटाफट फटाफट। मेरा रैंक पुश करा दो, आओ स्काई भाई कल से करते हैं। लेट्स गो जी, लेट्स गो जी, लेट्स गो जी, हिंदी चैट हो जाएगा इस दूसरा राउंड यहाँ पे वो जी फिर से निकालते हुए बाहर ले लिया है यहाँ पे, बहुत बढ़िया तोता डाला एंटी भाई ने, 2 लोंडे चमक गए यहाँ पे। एंटी भाई ने अपना डॉगी डाला, डॉगी भाऊ भाऊ करते हुए गया, डॉगी को फोड़ दिया है, कॉल दे दी गई है कि यहाँ पे बंदे हैं, सारे बंदे एकत्रित हो गए, पिलाई होगी बहुत भयंकर। अजीज भाई ने ले लिया है मार्शल, आन दो आन दो आन दो आन दो, आए 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 फेड मेरे भाई आगे आए, लकिया भाई आगे आए। लकिया भाई यहाँ पे मुड़ चुके हैं, लकिया भाई को लगा कि यहाँ पे है कोई, दे आर रोटेटिंग टू ए साइड, ए मेन से जाएंगे मुझे लग रहा है।
That kind of approach can win you the race, but this isn't a race, this is a shooting game, so you gotta, try to get.
Oh my god, क्या क्या वो चल क्या रहा
I'm
है?
joking here a little bit, but yeah, you can
कुशल
already see
haircut मस्त है,
Dplus hoping
thank
that
you so
maybe
much, Riya,
somebody
thank you,
gets
thank you,
caught out
thank you.
by Xe, as he is just holding on to
चले,
B-Long, as you
चले,
can see his
चले,
back is
चले।
on that TP, so just in case he does get overwhelmed, can always go.
Sky भाई, तुम्हें
for
क्या
that
लग रहा है
TP.
score?
So kind of
Score
good
बताओ,
here
Sky
is
भाई।
if they can actually scrounge up and group up, they might be able to catch Tesseract.
While you're talking throughout that whole thing, they just shift walk all the way through the tunnel. And yes, into her
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया,
finds that contact.
बहुत बढ़िया
Instead,
टेसरैक्ट
triple
तीन
kill,
फेल दिया,
triple
बहुत
frame.
बेहतरीन,
Allow
बहुत
answers
सेक्सी।
back and picks
आज
up
भाई
the
आज बाहर
back
चलने वाली है,
back
आज
back
ओजी
back
जीतने वाली है।
But
लेट्स
you
गो,
still
लेट्स
have
गो,
more
लेट्स गो,
targets on the other
ओजी,
side.
लेट्स
Lock
गो,
you.
ओजी।
He's got a bulldog. You start things off with the Nebula, you try to stick plant, and he goes in for the
अरे
spray.
बाप रे।
What? Tapped through the smoke. Lights out. Goodbye.
बहुत
Good night.
बढ़िया अजीज।
And Aziz comes back into trade. One player left, and that's going to be Lau hiding inside of bats. They are fully aware of this. Aziz still has the paint shell, so
बहुत बढ़िया अजीज भाई, क्या बात है, क्या बात है,
uses the
वो
ghost
अजी,
instead.
वो
Teammate
अजी।
sticks to defuse.
2-0 बहुत बेहतरीन, क्या बात है, शानदार प्रदर्शन दिखाते यहाँ पे Orangutan Vs वेलकम टीम ओजी ओजी
This is
ओजी।
the stack out. They're just hoping that maybe they can get that contact.
शानदार भाई, टेसरैक्ट भाई 4 किल थे भाई।
Good enough.
क्या मारा भाई वो।
They get the kill. Not the worst, especially on the pistol here. So.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Not too big yet for D+, but now it gets a little bit trickier.
क्या ही बात है, क्या बात है guys, आज जीतने वाले हम लोग, आज हम लोग जीतने वाले guys, मुझे पूरा समझ आ गया। तैयार हो जाओ जीत देखने के लिए।
On short, and I haven't really seen it get that value. Yes, they
सही बात, एकदम सही बात, एकदम सही बात कह रहे हैं।
Really do so well then.
Maybe a bit of mental conditioning. They look kind of sharp though. That's the one thing that I'm.
Okay, Vandal versus Spectre. आज तो एकदम अबे आज एकदम धमाल होने वाला, मैंने तुम्हें स्टार्टिंग में बता दिया था भाई, मैं चेहरा देख के बता लेता हूँ
Talking about it.
कि क्या होने वाला है, समझ रहे हो?
Past 10
पंडित 100 रह चुका हूँ मैं बहुत बार।
slow, we're hovering around trying to
ज्ञानी
set
हूँ,
up.
ज्ञानी।
The other thing about them playing slow is that when they set up, they have really strong executes, and that's the Korean style.
बहुत
That's
प्यारे
something that
smoke।
we see from DRX, and they go in together as a full squad. Very few people can withstand the full force of a
DA का plant
Korean
है, yes।
team, and that is where I think Orangutan needs to get a little bit proactive. But it is early though, and they have a lot of close quarter battle guns.
Well,
स्पाइक फेंक दिया भाई ने पीछे, डोगी डाला गया है, इन्फो के लिए डोगी इन्फो दिया। ओके रॉफिल भाई की इन्फो यहाँ पे दे दिया, रॉफिल भाई चला रहे शॉटगन, बहुत बेहतरीन।
Esperanza finds a pick. Allow trying to just go through the mess of things.
अरे,
And
ये क्या हुआ,
Alfio
ये क्या हुआ?
somehow actually gets away with the stab. Okay, it's going to be a good one.
ये क्या हुआ यार, एकदम से?
Orangutan definitely vibing. But still, it's only
Let's go,
Tesseract to
Barmindu bhai.
remain. If he can close the gap against Esperanza here, he can pick up the Vandal maybe, but looks the other direction. Unfortunately, that's going to be it. Dplus Kia come in, swinging and driving through the B site.
I mean, that's the setup that I was talking about, right? You know, they spend a lot of time, they maybe make a bit of noise, but they also cut noise away. And with that, Orangutan just doesn't get that much information. I really love that little bit of play from
nice.
just hopping on top of that snake bite, something that I think Orangutan
कोई
did
दिक्कत
not
वाली बात नहीं,
expect.
कोई दिक्कत
There's
वाली
a lot
बात
of
नहीं है.
chaos. You only have, maybe a couple of players on the B side, and there's no way that you defend against that.
Yeah, and again, the thing is, I think if you put that snake bite there, you also take damage.
Let's go.
And
Bonus
if
है,
you're
no
the teammate
worries,
that's
no
taking the
worries.
molly damage, you take reduced damage as well. So he
आए
doesn't really
DK भाई
allow
आगे
his
आए
really
DK
have
भाई
to feel
DK भाई आए
threatened by
DK भाई
his own teammate's utility,
आए
but
पीक
allow
दे
is now looking for that
यार
contact
पीक दे
with more.
दोस्त चैंपियन वैंडल चला रहे हैं रोफिल भाई बहुत बढ़िया
A bit of a snake bite, perhaps, just to bait out a little bit more, make them think
Oh my
it's gonna be a hit.
God.
It does bait the
Allow
peak
हो
out
गए.
of Aziz. Unfortunately punished. And this is where things could go wrong for Orangutan. They have to be careful about this. I want to see them set
भाइयों
up
एकदम
and then
भयंकर info
rotate
निकलते हैं यहाँ
around.
पे.
They hear the utility coming
Oh
through.
my
but
God, oh my God, oh
up
my
in the
God,
air, it's gonna
oh
be
my
Rockhill,
God.
not quite able to land the shot. So 2 players gone now, 3 left to go. Dplus Kia, they've set up camp.
I need a
And it's going to be just a couple more players going through. Antidote tries to find
Nice,
a shot,
Tesseract.
tries to deny the plant, able to get one. Tesseract comes in now. A couple more on the other side. We're holding up by Bats, we're holding up by A short.
Oh,
and it's just a
sexy
tough
bhai.
retake scenario. How can they go in? They've got a little bit of utility, but not many sky smokes to work with. The shots have to be good. Look at the discipline from Dplus Kia, though. Hiding behind the boxes,
अरे बहुत
RBK
बढ़िया RBK भाई.
anticipates it. It kind of lines up for him. He gets the first headshot. Looks over to the other side. What works for them is the fact that Alao is low HP. Goes in for a tap. Doesn't quite get the check. And unfortunately, with 2 angles being watched, Estrella is the one.
क्रॉस साइड्स पे थे भाई दोनों क्रॉस साइड्स पे थे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है गाइस कोई दिक्कत वाली बात नहीं है
Could have been easier.
इस बार मार चलेगी इस बार मार चलेगी
Got the tape
DK के लोगो वेबकैम जैसा है
so no more
लोगो
activations on those stars, but somehow Dplus Kia still able to, well, weather the storm, able to play that perfectly, as you mentioned.
ये क्या
Allow was
सेशन मारा भाई
26 HP, he was very low, but again, he didn't lose his composure. He didn't feel like Orangutan was in a position where the players on a
मारा तो
short
अच्छा
were
भाई
still
मारा तो
getting
अच्छा
pressed, so he
appreciable
held his ammo and held his own.
appreciable
And that's what I'm talking
Ooh,
about
gee.
with Dplus Kia. So safe, so careful, so smart. Even with low HP,
कोई नहीं
goes
गाइस
all
2
the way
राउंड
back,
दे
and
दिए
now
अब
they
कोई
have
राउंड
3
नहीं दिया
ultimates to work
जाएगा
with this round. Orangutan, unfortunately, economy
अरे
a
भाई
little
नहीं
bit
अपने पे
broken.
गाइस अपने पे भाई नहीं है
So
शेरिफ
back to basics. We're back to what
Let's
we've
go
seen
आरवी के भाई
before
कोई दिक्कत
on
की
that
बात
third
नहीं है
round.
कोई दिक्कत
Didn't
वाली
work
बात
out
नहीं है
too
कोई
well.
दिक्कत वाली
It's
बात
the
नहीं है
same execute, same-ish execution
सब
for
ओके
Dplus
चल रहा है
Kia
सब
onto
ओके
its
चल रहा है
B-side.
सब सही है सब सही है
Different positions this
Oh
time.
my
but
God,
still
Rofil
going
bhai,
closer
anti
in the
bhai,
showstopper kind of blows up
Ivy
at his
ke
feet, but
bhai,
it doesn't
Ted
matter because
bhai,
Galaxy
OG bhai.
coming through
Tesseract
all the way
बच्चे
onto
अकेले
the
भाई.
side, getting down 3 heads.
बहुत
Lockett
तगड़ा
tries to hold
Tesseract.
off onto Hookah, and Tesseract, knowing that he's gotten the frag, wants to pick up the Vandal, plays through this smoke instead. And now that he's gotten this little present, he's going to be running away. Thank you.
Honestly, I could feel like he could just try to go for a clutch.
हाँ यार चैंपियन
Yeah, he will, because
वैंडल की
he's
नाइट
running all the
तगड़ी
way
है
through
OG
a short,
13
maybe
DK
try to go
7 मेरा
for
गेस है
the
मेरा
flag.
गेस
'Cause he's
है
not stopping. Look at this. He's going to go
DK
all the way
9,
through spawn right
OG
now.
13.
And perfectly, Australia
9
is...
30.
No, he actually slowed down just in the nick of time. And the timing for Tesseract is perfect.
कैसे हो
Does he have
दोस्त
time though? Because he had to waste about half the timer on that defuse, so he needs to run in. If he can find Xe, maybe there's a chance. But Xe, as I mentioned,
God.
he has the gravity well, and
No.
the ability has the word well in it, but this
बहुत
is
बढ़िया Tesseract क्या बात है
definitely
क्या बात
unwell
है शानदार
situation for
शानदार बाइक बढ़ गया गाइस
Orangutan
कोई दिक्कत नहीं है
as
लेकिन
DK
क्लियर मार
play with
दिया
their
गन भी
food,
बचा ली
play
बढ़िया
with
बढ़िया
the
बढ़िया
advantage.
बढ़िया
Man,
भाई
that was
दे
a
देंगे
good
किसी और
idea, though. I mean, he almost had it until that gravity well came through.
Good one,
Can't
bhai.
shoot
Good
those
one. Good
stars.
one, Tess, bhai.
You have to kill your opponent,
Yeah.
and at that point, he just had to go for a stick. A little bit unfortunate, but a smart
Bhai, ye
attempt
kya maar rahe,
nonetheless.
bhai?
I mean,
Lekin
this
acha maar
path
rahe सब
onto
खतरनाक.
Lakia allowed him to pull off such maneuvers. And again, this is what you can expect from Orangutan, that individual performance. One guy, 4 kills.
But I guess this is where
Let's go,
it gets a
Ajay.
lot trickier for them too, right? As
प्रे
I do
करो बढ़िया हो
mention,
सब भाई
the
आज तो
double
जीतना पड़ेगा
controllers,
तरुण
I
भाई
thought it was
आज तो
gonna
जीतना ही
play
पड़ेगा
slow for Dplus, but it's actually working for them because now they're
Today
able
we
to
have to win,
separate
guys.
and again just isolate single players of Orangutan. And Orangutan, they're feeling the pressure to just fight promote.
अरे फंस गया,
Anyways,
फंस गया,
Allow is going to get
let's go,
devoured by
DK
the
भाई,
orbital
sexy hunt.
strike, and that's going to at least lower the capabilities of DK on the push.
And this is what you have because of OGS's
No,
plays from the past few rounds.
no,
they have
no,
4
no.
ultimates to work with, but still, coming into it now. You got bits of map control from Dplus Kia. Aziz goes in for the peek though, and we'll be able to take him down. But guess what? Throughout all that time, Dplus Kia has set up camp on B.
3v3,
Esperanza, you don't have the
3v3
spike. He was, oh, excuse me. Yeah, Esperanza.
Okay,
there you go. No, not yet. Oh, there it is.
Oh, bhai,
Okay, push up.
कुछ हो गया
Prowler
guys यहाँ पे.
utilized. Tesseract can't really push through. Has to wait for his teammates. But look at this. Big flag coming in for RBK. If he can maybe spot somebody coming out of that pit, he can get a catch. He can get a very big flag. And Tesseract is Kia. They have the numbers now. All they have to do is start selecting, start finding where their opponents are.
Axie, though, going through hookah as well. Esperanza in the corner, taking out 2 players. It's all up to RBK. You have to guess where he could be, and he's just so slippery inside of this thing. And unfortunately, RBK just does not have the time, does not have the advantage, has to back up out of here and give DK the round.
That is tricky.
Good one.
Especially when Esperanza was just so well hit inside his pit.
अरे यार
You
निकल
gotta give it to
सकता है
Tesseract for finding the one player inside, but that wasn't the one that they really wanted. They wanted to be able to diminish this Viper pit already.
अरे
And look
भाई,
at
ये
that
तो
too, he
खतरनाक
got
scene था
tagged
एकदम.
by the seas and
क्या लिखा है
He's just gonna
पढ़ ही नहीं
find
पाया
him.
यार मैं.
He held his ground.
अबे
That's
अंदर
what you
टेकन
do
चल
as a
रहा है वो
Viper.
देखो.
And this is kind of what you want to expect again from Dplus Kia. They have these executes. They work together as a team.
Bye.
They go through the teleporter and they catch that timing on towards Orangutan. So timeout being called now. Thank you very much. What's the doctor going to prescribe this time?
well, unsure, but at least from the reaction of things,
यार ये क्या है मेरे को
it
कल
just feels like the
3 दिन
post-plan
अबे
is
सब
not
हिला
going
रहे
in
हैं.
the favor of
अच्छा ये
Orangutan.
हाथ
So they
पूछने
need
वाला
to
है.
figure a way on how to get that retake much more efficiently. I think that's just the biggest thing. They're not really able to flush out the players of Dplus Kia in time, and because of that, obviously, there's no chance for them to defuse because they've burned so much of the timer that, well, again, there's just no chance anymore.
Yeah, right? I mean, even watching some of these retake scenarios, you often have Orangutan's players working against a numbers advantage. And this is because Dplus Kia, again, they go through a little bit slow and steady.
होएगा guys आएगा आज का मैच
And
अपने
it's
नाम
just
है.
so tough to work against this if you don't have the numbers, if you're not prepared for
Today
it.
we are going to win guys.
So that's what I'm expecting from Orangutan.
I'm
I've
sure.
seen the doctor
I'm
pull
sure.
off some
Very
wins
sure.
off of timeouts before. And maybe we can possibly expect some pushes, maybe not. I'm not too sure. They're kind of set up around hookah, and that's what I have my eyes on.
Oh, man. I would love to
Call
just
Valorant
get my
stream
hands on
करोगे?
that fighting game.
Call Valorant stream करोगे मतलब?
Yeah.
With the Radio Night Entertainment System. All right.
True, exactly. But right now, the entertainment is all of this radiance in this bind, system of a bind, playing.
Oh, wow.
कल
Yeah.
कल कॉल वैलोरेंट स्ट्रीम करोगे. मेरे को स्काई बाय टाइम का नहीं पता. अगर होएगा तो मैं बता दूंगा
They're
आपको.
back to playing it safe. It was a timeout, so they're like, they might do something. Let's chill out for a second.
Let's go.
Figuring out, maybe it's also a possibility that Aziz could go for that double satchel because look at the ultimates from Orangutan. So that's probably what Dplus Kia was expecting. But this could actually also work in the favor of
सब जिगल कर रहे हैं, देख रहे हो?
temper themselves here, perfectly space themselves. They might be able to freak out Dplus enough. The Dplus isn't going to be willing to actually go for the fight, especially that they haven't spotted Aziz yet onto contact with Tesseract.
Okay,
He's
there
going
it is.
to open Pandora's box.
I like it. At least he gets information, because I was just about to say, Orangutan playing this safe, not peeking out. They don't have that much, but here it is. It gives it away.
Bye, खतरनाक होने वाला है. भाई कल ओजी का मैच है क्या? कल नहीं यार, third को.
Unfortunately, RBK will kind of burn Tesseract,
shit.
but there was a pick. And then here comes Dplus Kia. Look at Esperanza. They pushed all the way in. Orangutan, they're a little bit slow on the rotation, on the retake, but Aziz is sharp with the Sheriff. One headshot. Not a second one. Raw fuel, here he comes with the blades. So many angles to watch, though. And it all starts with the off angle. He has to check this one, and unfortunately, it's going to be Esperanza who rears his ugly head instead.
Hello Rohan भाई कैसे हो?
I thought Esperanza wasn't going to see that because
भाई 5-2 जल्दी कम बैक कर दो फटाफट से.
Configuration with the gun.
Covered.
Yeah, because you saw that, but nah, it's Esperanza. He's not going to miss a beat. But we'll say though, again, you're seeing Orangutan. Oh, he's left-handed like I am. Cool. That's why he got saved. I was only the observer.
Hey, it's a fun little detail.
You observer, huh? Make it tricky for us. But yes, going back to what I was mentioning. it's really difficult for Orangutan to really get any value inside of those
यार
smokes.
कोई
Yes, they can
रहना
get
नहीं
maybe the
खेलता, मैंने
1-for-1
ये
pick,
देखा
but the
है
big problem is
गाइस तुमने नोटिस
Dplus
करा
Kia
है
are
मैं
prepared
3
to
दिन से मैचेस
lose
देख रहा हूँ
some
कोई रहना
players to
खेलता हुआ
get
नहीं
them
दिखा
that side control, side advantage, and then again, Orangutan just can't do anything about it afterwards.
कोई रहना नहीं खेलता
It's again so
कॉम्पी में कोई रहना नहीं
darn
खेलता कॉम्पी बोल रहा यहाँ पे
It's a bit of a gamble if you want to push out and you want to gather more information, if you want to play against how Dplus Kia are playing. But if that gamble doesn't pay off, you lose players, you lose guns. And this round is such a
पता है क्यों नहीं
valuable
खेलते
one.
मेरे ख्याल से क्योंकि रैना का फ्लैश टूटता है और सबका एम इतना फास्ट है रैना का फ्लैश ऐसा है वो तोड़ देंगे
And I'm
नहीं रैना का फ्लैश कहाँ
want to
टूटता है
see Antidote kind of making some reads.
नहीं सॉरी
some
गलत
calls
बोल दिया
onto
माफ करो
But it's so tricky again because of
हटा
the
दो एक क्लिप
teleport,
हटा
because of
दो
how Dplus Kia are playing. Now the toxic screen goes up. This might be a bit of information. He zooms in and takes out the dog, but has to tell
भाई
it out.
रॉफिल भाई के हाथ में
Dplus Kia now
AWM है
starting
अभी
to push all the way through. A bit of presence from Bath 2. The satchel
Oh,
up on
bhai,
top of
oh,
the
bhai.
box, and then it's just absolute mayhem. Dplus Kia pushing out together. They're
1v3.
watching the angles. OGS couldn't quite hold their ground. Again, it's a bit of a retake scenario, but only with one player left, and XC just puts him out.
Why was Rafael just fending off every utility by himself? No one was breaking the Prowler. No one was helping him try to get a better
yaar,
angle.
ye cheez
And
maine bhi
Aziz
dekhi.
was right behind him too. If you look at the minimap, he's right there on the cover-up. Maybe he was trying to shoot. Maybe he was trying to throw utilities to stop the push of Dplus into the site. But because he was trying to do that, he left Rafael,
भाई, क्या
who was
मार
also
रहे
trying to
हैं?
get shots with
उसकी
the
ability
operator.
सिर्फ
I think
खुद
got like
के
3
लिए
shots
होती।
off that hit absolutely nothing. Maybe just tag
समझा,
on
समझा।
allow, just do nothing.
I see what you're saying, because if Aziz breaks
No
the
teamwork.
dog,
रैना का
Rafael
खुद ही खेलने
has
वाला
a chance to
है
hold that position just a second longer to take
Exactly.
a shot, but still, it is what it is. It's a little bit unfortunate. It's a little bit chaotic. And it allows for Dplus Kia to put themselves on the 6. Now they've got the guns. OGS not quite really, but playing around the utility, playing around this spot. Tesseract once again manages to take out his counterpart, Lakia. Picks up the Vandal too.
भाई हमेशा सेविंग
Vandal
राउंड में
too,
मार
and that's
देते हैं
gonna give
पता
him
है
control as well on mid. As you can see, he's actually pushed outside of Hookah. Could get the catch onto Xe right now, who does have the spike in hand. And Xe was just jumping up and down. Australia has spawned Aziz. There's the use on, the use off. The
अरे
Seekers
भाई,
Esperanza entry frags and clears up the
भाई,
rest of the
क्या
B
मार
side. This
चल
is
रही
going
है
to be
भाई?
terrible as Tesseract pushes in through the
भाई,
smoke.
क्या aim
But
है
he gets a
बंदे
base
का?
full of Esperanza.
One more.
Raw fuel now just fueled up, ready to serve some justice with the Sheriff. But
भाई 3
unfortunately, he's
HP
been spotted, and they're not going to take the chance. They're just going to use every bit of utility, and that's not going to be a bait. He knows you're still there. There's a different sound
भाई,
when you TP. Come on.
दिमाग देख रहे हो कितना
Australia, but
100%
Rafael
IQ
still couldn't
पिस्टल
do
फेंक दी
anything.
टेलीपोर्ट के अंदर साउंड जाएगा जिससे सामने वाले बंदे को लगेगा कि बंदा टेलीपोर्ट कर दिया
Just has to find that shot, but someone could be on the other side of guard.
Bro,
Someone could have
insane game
pushed out a
senses
Hookah.
यार Hey Mr.
watching all
Maja
these
Texel
angles,
send my
absolutely.
sincere greetings to you. अरे Texel भाई कैसे हो
Comes down to those executes from Dplus Kia.
Texel भाई दिल्ली आ रहे हो क्या वॉच पार्टी के लिए
On that replay, but right now,
अभी यार दिल्ली थे ना
Rafael's still
शायद
fighting for his life, trying
इसने
to
डाली
find
थी
whatever
स्टोरी
he can get.
अच्छा
Maybe a
हैदराबाद गए
weapon,
थे वो लोग
maybe an
कौन गया था
extra
मैं
frag,
भूल गया
But if not, he'll have to die to the spike. So he
बहुत
pushes in
बढ़िया
at the last second. Managed to take the shot onto Estrella, so all right, it's not too bad, but it's not great.
Max loss bonus here for Orangutan, so might as well just die to the
Hello,
spike.
Snegupta.
Again, claim that extra ult charge. Yeah.
I want to see that replay with Esperanza getting the double kill. I mean, first of all, yes, Tesseract great against Lakia, but look at the snake bite. Look at how he actually flushes people out of position.
भाई,
Of course,
क्या ही
coupled up with
मार
his
रहे हैं भाई।
teammate with the paint shells, Esperanza is ready to take a lot of these great shots, and that is that utility execute. coming
भयंकर
from
मार रहे
Dplus
भाई।
Kia.
And right now, the loop
7-2
that is happening on either side, Dplus
my
Kia,
God.
all about pushing in together as a team. And it's a standard, using your utilities again for your favor, and you mentioned it already, it's the Korean El Clasico. The problem right now for Orangutan is this style of separated play is definitely not finding any value. And you might argue with me, but look on the top, guys, 2-7, Orangutan definitely are struggling with that 5-round difference.
And those 7 were
कुछ तो
7
करना पड़ेगा।
wins in a row. The only
I
two
would
that
love to,
Orangutan
but
got so far were the
unfortunately
pistol
got
and
a
the
lot of
following
work.
Anti-eco round.
कोई नहीं टेक्सल भाई
Back into
कर लो
it,
यार वर्क
and
क्या वर्क
DK,
कर रहे हो टेक्सल भाई मुझे
Dplus
बताओ
Kia,
यार
they're
भाई
just
तुम्हारा
playing
सरनेम
around,
के तो
same
शो
thing.
बना रहे
Orangutan,
हो
we saw a couple players
उनको
trying to
तुम्हें
push
देख
out
के
and get a
इंडिया
little bit of presence
आया
for it to be
होगा
long,
हाँ?
but there isn't information.
हाँ
It's
सरनेम
so
का तो
unsettling. You
शोज
don't
बन
hear
रहे
anything, you
हो
don't see anything. Where do you
Attack
expect
side map
Dplus
है
Kia to
वैसे।
go? How do you read this?
परंतु भाई इतनी भी knowledge मुझे भी नहीं
about
है
again how Dplus is such a slow team, but the thing is, it's cooking Orangutan to always play that guessing game. Actually spots out Raw-Fuel, can't really get away, but Tesseract has been spotted at the back of the site. There's going to be the haunt that executes him, or rather gives him up for the execution. And Lakia does pick up the kill. 3 versus 4. It's going to be a hell of a time for retaking this from Orangutan. They're hoping to maybe get a couple of kills through the wall bangs, but it's not going to happen, and then Exi just drops in the wall.
Aziz has the showstopper, though. He's been sitting on this for quite a while. Now he finally goes in for it. This could be the chance.
He passed him!
But no, misses the angle. Doesn't quite see Estrella. Allow! Getting the last frag.
भाई बहुत भयंकर चल रहा है भाई.
Kia with those post-plant positions held so perfectly.
I feel like if when you and Mac do your predictions, it turns into like a curse. It doesn't cancel each other out. It amplifies.
So I got to predict opposite of Mac now. Is what you're saying?
No, don't, because that means that you're going to be predicting what I predict. So it can be worse. But yeah, looking into that replay again, just pocketing himself on the wall very smartly. Aziz just not getting that due diligence to check him out, gets caught, and these are some things that they are missing.
We'll surely wanna meet you soon.
Leading to big
See you, Maja, and take care. Bye, bye, Texelvia.
Milte Hyderabad mein heavy.
It's just so painful, Asterai. They're really trying, though. Orangutan, Raw-Fuel, trying to get a little bit courageous outside of Ace Short. He goes in for a bit of a peek, holds the angle, and now we finally have a little bit more information to work with, but we don't have the best guns. Now using this wall, wow. He kind of sneaks up onto him. Allow. They managed to sneak onto the site. Maybe not even sneak is the right word, because they're just going into this house, cleaning it up. This is the crew. They're coming in, and they're making sure that there isn't a single dirty spot left. RVK wiped out, clean off the screen.
Dplus Kia is waking up. This is what their second series
भाई
game.
को DK की लोकेशन दिखती है, सबको एक दूसरे की दिखती है. मिनी मैप में अगर कोई स्पॉट होता है तो.
So we did also mention
अगर तुम्हें स्पॉट हुआ और मैं अगर मिनी मैप देख रहा हूँ तो मेरे को भी मिनी मैप को शो होगा.
Not even sneaking up, they were just marching through,
भाई ये क्या मारा भाई.
wailing and getting the site itself. But as I was mentioning, maybe it's just the first series jitters. Again, a lot of the teams were experiencing that. Fancy,
अबे हेलो मेरा नेट क्या गया.
Seeing as how Raw-Fuel peeked out from earlier. Second operator sounded off outside of bats, and OG are
भाई
like,
बहुत गलत गेम चल रहा है
how
भाई.
many operators
9-2.
do they have exactly? And you look at the mini-map, look at those cones of vision. How many angles, how many spots are exactly being watched right now? You can count.
all of them.
सारे भाई legit सारे.
I didn't count.
हाँ बे सारे कौन है भाई.
But no, you're absolutely right.
B-main
They're
का
just
छोड़ा
taking
बस
their
अभी.
sweet time here. They can let Orangutan
भाई मिनी मैप का तो बहुत फायदा है.
just guessing what is going to be happening, because they have lost their one big initiator, that is Tesseract. I mean, yes, they have Antidote, but here comes the showstopper. Allow gets punished by Aziz, but the refrag is just too quick. The punish game, and just again, the capability of Dplus to play as a unit is just overwhelming for Orangutan. RDK is by himself. He's got to wait for Antidote to maybe get that flank in, but look at this. Lo and behold, there's already 2 on the flank watch. Antidote is thankfully able to get Lakia, but still there's so many angles to still to deal with.
OG aggressive team है, defensive gameplay नहीं है OG का, just my opinion. हाँ वो तो है यार. हाँ भाई क्योंकि हम उन्हें spectate कर रहे हैं.
And now we have a lone RVK. Oh, right around the corner. He saw the foot!
Nice.
Oh! All right, this could be a start. 2 players left. And he goes in. Oh, but the guiding light was a fake!
You don't see that every day. Both of them actually
turned away,
but it was actually that was just
DK तो
a
बहुत
tad bit
तगड़ी टीम है
faster.
भाई. भयंकर भाई सभी तगड़े हैं वैसे पे.
Wonderful to see that on the replay, but this is what we're seeing, the 4 operators. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse is also the 4 operators of this series.
And it just brings you death, destruction, war,
despair,
famine, pestilence. Okay, we could go. And that was the last round of the first half, by the way. I mean, they won so many rounds in a row that they managed to buy that up. They have this perfect game plan that just works so well.
Half time भाइयों, half time. भाई हमारे साथ कब खेलोगे? खेलेंगे यार, जल्दी खेलेंगे दोस्त. लो हाफ टाइम हो गया यार
plays
तुम्हारे लिए अभी.
just aren't there. In fact, they're there for Dplus Kia. Those executes, the way that they're holding.
कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा मेरे भाइयों, कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. खून खोलाओ. एसर का मॉनिटर है ना आपके पास? हाँ मेरे पास एसर का.
Quite there for Orangutan.
And the biggest problem right now for Orangutan is their strongest point, if this is the issue that they are experiencing, is
भाई का टैटू लग रहा है इसका मस्त. मैं भी ऐसा बनवाऊंगा भाई पूरे हाथ.
But the problem is they can't even find that solace. How many times have we seen Raw Fuel hold an angle, have an operator, but then somehow he just gets blasted by utility. Can't even see where his opponents are because his opponents just, again, make the skills do all the work for them.
Yeah. Like paint shells in or snake
Exactly.
bite. He used to like dance around those things. Even when he tries to peek out, that's the round.
नाइट बॉट भाई लाइक भी कर दिया और ये भी पता है कि तुम कुशल के भाई.
I mean, they're trying though.
बॉट है वो कोई भाई नहीं.
And it starts here again, as all things do.
भाई ये ना
with this
मैच
pistol
पिक
round.
ओजी का
Onto the
पता है.
second
वाइल्ड
half,
ओजी का पिक.
and now Orangutan gets to attack. We know how defensive Dplus Kia are.
13-10.
But now that they're separated across the map, maybe this is where Orangutan gets to pull off some executes of their own. Unfortunately though, like I was talking about on the desk, the defense side is when Dplus Kia pushes out and they get that opening pick. Aziz is gone.
And they fall second time again to that fake flash. It just went all the way down the barrel. Tesseract now playing a lot closer, spotted by Lakia, but if he tries to push up even further, you
Planning
can already
to
see
get
the
one
positioning
more.
from Australia. They're ready to receive.
11 निकालना
Have
पड़ेगा.
shown their presence
11 तो
on
निकालना ही
B.
पड़ेगा.
They're slow creeping up
उन्हें
on
जाएगा
B.
ना.
It's a good call, but the big problem is because they're taking time to check the corners here, Dplus Kia, excuse me, definitely know about this.
That's why they're jump peeking right now. Esperanza gets that confirmation. Everybody rotates over.
Rofil भाई low.
And OGS, they kind of need to play around this. Rafiel goes in alone by himself. Thankfully, the smokes are there to cover him up. But it's still not quite the safest thing.
XC.
Look at what's happening on the minimap. Tesseract, yes.
Oh.
No! He was the flank guard and just turns away at the wrong time. Now he sees Australia.
Nice.
Oh, but he gets the tap instead. Does he expect a second player? Not quite. And Dplus Kia, like I was talking about it before, they are completely surrounding this site. The only thing, though, is that they have left lamp somewhat open, but just as I say that, unfortunately, allow up on top, XC up from behind. They just can't find their shots, man.
They can't find their shots. The timing is unlucky. It's unjust. And it is unbearable. Has to be the timeout right now. Look at the timing on these peaks as well. Just so dang good. And then the catch on Tesseract as he just was about to actually hit the check, the shot, hopefully, and then he just backed away. That timing could not be worse here.
एक सेकंड. ये पीछे होता है.
He's right behind you.
You know,
but they
Stream
can't
पीछे होती
hear
है.
us.
or maybe if you have like, enough orangutan fans in the
वो सीरीज में थी. क्या नाम था उसका?
We're gonna get reprimanded for
Sex education में थी.
No.
नहीं.
Look,
never में.
backs against the wall. And orangutans, they don't give up. We talked about
भाई
this.
वो
They will
actress
be
उसमें थी मेरे
fighting
ख्याल
fire
से.
with
बढ़िया
fire.
रॉफिल
And
भाई.
maybe this time, they will be ferocious enough. You got the force buy with the Spectre, and it starts
My
out
God.
good. He even gets a second onto Estrella. That's a bulldog that you can pick
रॉफिल भाई का
up. That's a spike
खोल
on
गया
the
भाई
site.
अफसर.
Getting
अब रॉफिल भाई मारती
planted.
है.
Dplus Kia, a little bit slower on the
Hello, just
rotations
check.
this time. And this gives Orangutan a bit more space. The angle now being held by Rawfield, still tucked inside neatly. He's waiting for
उस चैनल पे लास्ट स्ट्रीम को
but guess what?
YouTube पे देख लूंगा. YouTube पे देख लूंगा. दिखाता हूँ इस राउंड के बाद दिखाता हूँ.
Two players from elbow, one from defender spawn. This could be chaotic. They're starting things off with a bit of a flash, and then we have Lau going off a little bit through, getting a couple of shots in towards garden. That's a little bit more information now, but Tesseract trying to play inside a hookah, able to get one. RVK peeks off on tube. He gets another, looks for the last one as he runs and guns through up on top onto Antidote.
भाई nice.
Getting that final kill onto XC. OGS stay alive.
Yeah, big problem there for Dplus was even though they weren't smoked out of elbow, as they peeked through there were so many angles, and XC took a exorbitant amount of time to push through the main entryway. And again, it makes sense because they have to wait together, but the positioning of Orangutan was just well placed
Abhi!
enough that they really
Ye
couldn't
dekho!
scan them all in the nick of time, and they were kind of expecting maybe Orangutan to keep the
Bhai,
challenge.
dekh rahe
But
ho?
Orangutan in that round actually held off, and again, perfectly showing what happens when they're actually able to play together on that side.
Yes, especially
रुको,
when
रुको,
they
रुको, पहले
are
match देख लेते हैं, मैं
going with
दिखाता
their
हूं
own
तुम्हें।
aggressive play style, right? And they get to do what they want to do. Even with
Let's
the
go,
siege from
Tesseract!
Tesseract onto 2 players from Dplus Kia, they're gone. XC somehow finds a headshot. Esperanza close range with a
3v3.
frenzy. They fight back, but still the firepower is too overwhelming. Sight not quite under their control, so they run through the teleporter, but it's all a ruse as RVK runs back through Market. Esperanza,
Nice, Aziz.
he's got question marks in his head, so he investigates, but unfortunately gets punished, and that leaves Estrella alone. All the weapons are out of his reach, so this round is basically over.
Here's a fun fact for you, Orangutan.
Nice,
can
nice, nice,
tear
nice,
a
nice.
man limb from limb. So
Just
we're
wanted
seeing-
to say that I admire your
that's true.
talent and
So
amazing
we are
community you
seeing,
created.
again,
I feeling
Orangutan
genuinely
do basically the same thing, but Valorant
connection
plays now. It's just to
through
brute
your
force their
content
way,
and would
even
love
though there's
to
going to be
develop
trade
a
after
friendship
trade, it
beyond
doesn't
the
matter.
stream.
They want that
अरे बाप
contact.
रे
They
क्या बात
want
है
to be
लौंडे आ
able
जाओ
to
Discord पे.
disrupt the play here, the setups of Dplus Kia. If they have that double duelist on the attack, why not utilize it? And they are able to do that. Of course, this is still the weaker buys for Dplus Kia.
Ow, ow,
The
ow,
thing
those-
is the structure as well as the
Nice
thought
one,
process
Aziz.
is there.
Arey, auntie bhai,
Australia,
nice one.
Of course, he tries to peek out, maybe get lucky, but not going to be this time. OG, they got themselves a whole lot of rounds.
अरे कहाँ
to
गए
try to
यार इसकी
bring back.
friends?
It's not going to be easy, but it's definitely doable. Like you talked about it, Asterai. That structure is there. The thought process
अबे देखो ये
is
इसकी
there.
तरीके
Now
नहीं
they're
लग रही
starting
same.
to finally be able to play their own game. They're starting to get a little bit more proactive with it. Meanwhile, Dplus Kia
भाई
are the
देखो
ones
इसकी
reacting.
तरीके नहीं लग रही same.
One thing that I'm watching out for is
अबे
when
ये कौन
Dplus
सा ये
Kia
तो
does decide
वो
to
आ
go
गया
out on the
भाई लेकिन
offensive.
इसकी तरीके लग रही है ये.
Orangutan has to watch out.
मेरे ख्याल से वही है.
Still a big problem to try to push through utility that can really punish.
Hello,
Again,
owner भाई.
the seize
Bulldog gun
combo
पसंद है
is
नो.
a thing, guys, on Bind. It's very
Only
difficult.
Phantom and
If
Random.
Dplus Kia gets lucky enough to hit both of those as they're pushing in, because you can see right now, Lakia and teammate, they're close to each other. They don't know that Allow is right on top, and he
Arey.
gets the kill onto Aziz as he
Aziz
tries to
ने
get
मारा.
control onto the A side. Rafiel has the judge, but can't really push too much because the range is going to be a discrepancy for him if he tries to go out in the open, which Lakia, as you can see, is very much prepared for.
He's just watching on the other side, seeing players up by short. Allow now holding some angles. Orangutan are kind of
Nice,
pinned down,
Tesseract.
at least until Tesseract finds a bit of space off of that frag. Nightfall sent out. He doesn't quite connect onto as many players as you had hoped. It actually gets some information. So, calling it clear now. It's going to be Orangutan teleporting through on towards the B side. They have to watch out for the off angle. And the hot being shot out kind of confirms it. Rafiel dancing up in the air, but it's still being held down by Dplus Kia, spraying as they try to waterfall off.
और भाई
Dplus Kia
उलियम का क्या
reaches
हुआ भाई
match
यान भाई
point.
माउस खराब हो
You
गया.
felt the urgency of
वो कोरियन
Orangutan
सारा
pushing
एक
through
जैसे
hookah, but the big problem
कोरियन
there
एक
was,
टाइप
you
ही
saw it,
दिखते हैं.
they used the one prowler to check where
Yellow dollar
who
sign
was
is
this,
love.
the
मेरे में तो
Sky
सभी
was
में है भाई.
playing at, but the problem wasn't
Okay,
spotted at
बलबीर
all.
भाई.
So
Guys, like
they're
करो फटाफट से.
you know what, screw it, we're just going to push in and hope that we get our push here. And look at the replay. That's exactly what was going on their minds. And it does not work because they had no
Ay, yaar,
vision and they were
galat.
pushing through Esperanza's toxic
Gaya
screen.
bhaiya na
Then,
match.
ladies and gentlemen, lo and behold, it decays your HP, so it makes it easier for Australia to get that punish.
I mean, a perfect breakdown by Aserai, but also just so
Oh my god, oh my god,
unfortunate for
bro.
Orangutan. Dplus Kia again have the perfect setups, the perfect reads to counter everything that's being thrown at them. So another timeout, well, the last timeout being called now. I don't know if it's going to work because at the same time, Solo gets to talk to his team. And Solo, by the way, is one of those coaches who has had experience with Termi. They've played on that same squad of MVP Korea before. So you can expect very similar tendencies from these guys. And Termi, by the way, if you don't know, is the coach of DRX, one of the best Korean teams ever. You don't know that, that's right?
No, thank you for letting me know.
I sound so
लड़की का
condescending.
मैसेज आया
It's okay.
You know.
You know what? I
News
came
on
from the Philippine
Puneet.
casting scene,
सब
and
बढ़िया
everybody
है
there
भाई.
is condescending to me.
बंदे को जो अच्छा लग रहा है कर रहा है भाई और
Shout
क्या
outs to
ही.
the Filipino
बढ़िया कर रहे हैं
casters.
जो.
Love you guys.
Black and blue index.
Not just them, just the whole group. But all
आओ
right, it seems
भाइयों
like we
मारो
are,
भाई. इस बार तो
all right,
मार
there we go.
चलनी
They're
चाहिए
starting off the
भयंकर.
round already. But yeah, this is obviously danger moment now for Orangutan, can they get that highway through the danger zone? We'll have to see if they
भाई 12
can
तक आ
cruise
सकता है
through
क्या
this, as this mission is kind of impossible at the moment for Orangutan.
सही भाई अभी तो impossible ही है
It's not going to be easy again.
कर सकते हैं यार
They've got the Guardian bot up. And speaking of some of these crazy plays and great players, Tesseract is up by 19 kills. That's higher than whatever Dplus Kia has. Is it going to be enough, though? That's the question. They're starting to go in with a little bit more information gathering this time, trying to be a little bit safer. However, if you look at what's happening on the mini-map, Dplus Kia has decided to go through bats instead. Tesseract, unfortunately, eliminated out of the equation. They've managed to get the spike down, and now they're trying to hold post-plant positions. You also have Antidote actually pushing in to investigate bats. XC, unfortunately, though, gets him instead. The Cosmic Divide has been there, and it allows for Dplus Kia to get a lot more space. It's been segmented. Aziz tries to fire a shot from behind, but unfortunately, he gets traded by Estrella. RVK is the last one left. And there are 4 players on the other side. Nice. He times the spray. He gets the first, but here comes a Hawk. Here comes 2 players. He tries to hold his ground, tries to crouch and spray, but Estrella says, no, this is my game. I'm going to take it 13-4.
I got too excited more than I should have, because I thought that was not enough time for the defuse, but it was like 4 seconds left. You saw the thought process again from Orangutan there. They wanted to use the orbital strike to again catch the players of Dplus Kia out in the open. I guess they could have used it for the post-spam, but because of the wall was there, they weren't unsure because of the audio cues and such. But the big problem was they went for the challenge, and the challenge was too much for them to handle.
Yeah, it's sometimes you just don't have enough materials to
भाई सब पोस्टर वोस्टर बना के लाए एकदम भयंकर.
Not tall enough for this ride sometimes.
How dare you?
Just
I know I'm short, all right?
No, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, guys, Quack is like 6 foot, and I'm like
I'm not.
5'5". I'm a short king, I know.
I don't know what. Yeah, but you're a king.
मैं भाई 7
But looking at this game, the other kings are also Dplus Kia. Yes, it was a little bit rough against Bonkers, but looking at the setups they have here, it's so strong.
Dplus Kia.
And it's kind of crazy to think that they were able to do this in such a quick span of time, too. We were thinking that, wow, Bonkers was just able to body this team. It was a close endeavor, but you could really see Dplus Kia struggling through that. But it only took a matter of days for them to basically fine-tune everything and start bringing in that pain through this specific region tournament.
I just came to watch you.
They are starting to find successes. Those first 8 jitters are gone, and there are so many rounds, so many strats to break down that we will have to go with it through with Mac after this break. So don't go away, guys. We will be back after this.
क्या मारा उन लोगों ने? वो खतरनाक था भाई, बहुत ही तगड़ा था. टीम साउंड स्लो करो थोड़ा. ओके कर दिया भाई, कर दिया. आइए गाइस, 4 मिनट का ब्रेक. 1-0 1-1 कर दो भगवान जी. उसके बाद 1-2. आउच. आज हाथ भी रही भाई. ब्लीड जीती आज. प्लीड जाए गाइस, 4 मिनट है. सब लोग खाना पीना ले आए, पॉपकॉर्न ले आए. हेलो ऋतिक भाई, क्या हाल है? सिस्टम है बे, निकालना पड़ेगा यार. ये वाला राउंड निकाल दिया, ये वाला मैच निकलेगा तो अगले वाले में मारेंगे. 2-1 हो जाए भाई, मजा आ जाएगा कसम से. 2-1 डन है भाई. वॉच नहीं पहनते? अरे स्नेह भाई यार, मेरी वॉच थी एकदम प्यारी सी टाइटन की, बहुत ही सेक्सी वॉच थी वे. उसके अंदर सारे डायल्स वाइल सब चलते थे एकदम. रिस्ट वॉच थी. और वो जिस दिन मैं बूट कैंप गया था ओरंगुटान के, उस दिन मैंने पता नहीं कहाँ रख दी. फिर 6 महीने तक मैं बूट कैंप ही रहा, मुझे मिली नहीं, पता नहीं कहाँ रख दी भाई. आज भाई फ्री फायर ट्राई करो कभी. फ्री फायर ऋतिक भाई, फ्री फायर तो गेम ही बैन है भाई. आस्ट पास कौन सा पीसी है भाई? आपके पास कौन सा पीसी है भाई? पीसी में अलग अलग कंपोनेंट्स होते हैं. डिस्क्रिप्शन में सबके लिंक दिए होंगे, आप चेकआउट कर सकते हैं. मेरे पास एडिफिक कैशियो पड़ी है। क्या पड़ी है? मुझे नीड है। 2 फॉल्सिल्स पड़ी हैं। पैसा हो तो क्या कुछ नहीं हो सकता। ये देखो, यही पहन लेते। ये नॉइस की यही पड़ी है भाई। स्पोर्ट पर जिम जाता तो पहन लेता हूँ। कैलोरीज कितनी बन हुई है ये बता देती है। अबे यार घड़ी तो वो चाहिए भाई, बुगाटी वाली बे। अन्ना के पास है भाई बुगाटी शेरॉन। क्या लगती है भाई वो वॉच। ओ माय गॉड, वही लगती है भाई वो। ठीक आती है बुगाटी शेरॉन। मेरे को तो बुगाटी की स्पेलिंग भी नहीं आती। बुगाटी वॉच कितने की है? 1 10,000 10,000 लाख 10 लाख करोड़ 10 करोड़। क्या? एक सेकंड, 1 2 3 4 5 6 3 करोड़ 90 लाख। ये 3 करोड़ 90 लाख ही है ना भाई? भैंस की भाई क्या लगती है बे बुगाटी शेरॉन की वॉच। देखो, उफ उफ उफ। भाई मतलब इंसेन बे, क्या ही लग रही है बे। ईमान गादगी के पास कौन सी है? नहीं दिखाएगा क्या? चलो गाइस जाओ 3 करोड़ 90 लाख रुपए लेके आओ। व्हाट कलर इज योर बुगाटी? अरे भाई घड़ी ले लो पहले, बुगाटी तो फिर आ ही जाएगी। ऐसी कौन सी चीज है जहां सबके जहां। अरे आयान भाई ये गंदगी क्या करने आए हो भाई तुम? एक दिन लेगा तुम्हारा भाई। कांट अफोर्ड बट देखो बस। नहीं यार आई कैन बट नो आई कैन नॉट राइट नाउ। मैं खुद से तो नहीं कर सकता। घर वाले तो दे दे तो आ जाएगी, लेकिन खुद से तो NHK।
I have a fact for you guys. You can't spell sexy without Exy. Think about that one because he looked so damn good in that first.
भाई एक्सी ने तगड़ा मारा है भाई। मुझे भैया गोवा वाली वाइब देते हैं, ऐसा लगता है बढ़िया गोवा बैठे शर्ट में पहन के।
Point as well. 19 and 8. That was above a 2 KD, almost 300 ACS, leading by example. But this is just a breath of fresh air, right? It's the same as what's happened to so many teams now. Their first game, they look like excrement. And look, and they do. And then they come out in the second game, and then they just turn it completely around. Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong.
Well,
I hate
it's
to
happened
admit it,
so
but
many
he's
times.
got a point.
you're not wrong.
It's happened too many times. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's in the air here.
We're starting with all the words that have letter E's, and the
मैं
reason
लूंगा
why
एक दिन
I
flex
wanted to
करूंगा।
point that out is
अबे वो बिना बताए फ्लेक्स हो
you're
जाएगी।
confused. Dplus Kia, whenever they
यार
have
ये तो
the great games during their
ऐसा
Korean
look
split, is you have the triple E's of these of this team getting those top frags. You got Exy, Esperanza, and Australia. So see, it all comes
point.
together. But
Nice.
again, it shows its face once more here in Bind.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy how we've just seen so many teams do these turnarounds. Orangutan as well. There was a couple of moments where, yes, they shone bright, but every one of those clutch moments, every one of those man advantages that we saw Dplus Kia get in this series, they were just able to smack them down. They were able to say, look, Bind, yeah, it's our time to shine. 10-2 in the first half, absolute domination. Still, you know, Bind is very attacker-sided, but then if OGs lose that pistol like they did, they just have no room to breathe.
They really don't. I mean, they did win the first pistol, but the thing is, the following rounds, it's exactly like what we talked about on the desk before going into the game. It's those setups. It's the way that Dplus Kia plays. A little bit slow, and it just makes you think.
अरे भाई स्टार्ट करो। देख के लोगों की
pushed out at the wrong times, and they got utterly punished.
That's one way to put it. That's certainly one way to put it. But look, it ain't over until I sing, and I can't sing right now because my throat's in one hell of a way with all this air conditioning. But look, 13-4 on map number 1. You think back to Bleed versus Scars. Of course, Bleed they managed to have a very solid first map, but Scars persevered. They pushed through in the second. They made it into OT there, and they made it into OT in the third, and almost managed to take that series, but Bleed fended them off. So I don't expect this to be a quick one. I want to see Orangutan dig deep, because now they are closer to D-Day, to death's door than ever before. If they lose here, that's going to be 0-3. That's not looking good for their chances to make playoffs.
Oh my God.
They're out of the run.
That's going to be so tough to get out of, especially if you're considering this.
किसका मैप था? बाइंड तो इनका था ना? बाइंड ओजी का था. अब हेवन है. इनका पिक है, डीके का पिक है.
Oh my God, Mac, just save me.
Yeah, and then tiebreakers are a huge factor. They already are a huge factor, especially in Group Alpha, but I don't want to have...
कौन सी चीज है जिसमें हाउस ट्री बिल्डिंग रोड है लेकिन 2D?
That's all I ask for you guys. Now look,
कौन सी
Haven
चीज?
as the second
OG's comeback भाई इसमें करेगी भाई.
we can see OG bring it back, because
Yes sir, they will. ये हाथ में अच्छा पेन है मुझे लगा.
Their preferred side, and they can get off on the right foot.
The thing with this is, I did mention, you know, at the start of this panel, at the start of this series.
Do you have map? Because
selection
I am
feels like it
keep
does
getting lost in your
favor
eyes.
Orangutan, and the reason why is because when you look at their percentage wins on Bind as well as Haven, it's been the highest. And the thing is, you know, these individual players of Orangutan, they've have one of the best highlights that they've had on the South Asia scene, usually on Haven.
Rana bhai chilla rahe udhar se OG.
And the rest, when they were still in Enigma Gaming, this is where they were going head to head with the other heavy hitters of the South Asia scene. So you do know that they have the capability in this map. It's very comfortable for them, but the big problem still lies that Dplus is now awake.
Yeah, they're awake and they're hitting their shots, but they're still playing the same old game style, right? They're just sitting back, waiting for Orangutan to run at them and managing to punish in a harsh manner. And if that trend continues, look, I feel like Haven's a map where you can get away with a bit more aggression, you know, on the defense. So
आइए भाई जीतने वाली OG तैयार हो जाए सब लोग. सब तैयार हो जाओ guys. We are going to be map में घर ट्री कहाँ दिखता है भाई? ये बताते हैं. पता नहीं भाई, मेरे को समझ ही नहीं आया उसका क्वेश्चन.
Dplus Kia bought up 4 operators.
Yeah.
They only had to watch, you know, a handful of angles. Handful. You can count them on your fingers. Haven, not so much. You've got so many more spots. You got Garage, you got C-Long, you got Mid, you got A-Long. I could go through the whole thing. I basically did. And this is where Orangutan gets to play a little bit more with all this room, all this space. And that's kind of the thing that you want to bank on. And I'm going to say it right here. They're going to be able to do this.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. You know, this level, I'm expecting some of those. When you see teams running into B, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going B, right? It means they could be split in A. They could be split in C, depending on where the utility's going. We've seen the meta, the strats just be adapted to over time. And we haven't seen that much Haven here at Ascension Pacific so far. So I'm keen to see what South Asia brings, what Korea brings, and just how they're going to clash.
Oman Astra.
It's not going to be the exact same picks on both sides. Orangutan leaning more towards the Astra, Dplus Kia, bringing the Omen in, and I think that's the only differing factor. Oh wait, no, Breach, and then you got the Sky as well.
You know, you're talking about what Korea brings. This is precisely what DRX brings whenever they play this map. And DRX, of course, you know, Termi, so...
वाह क्या चक्कू मारे भाई.
They're very similar influences.
Iron Knife.
Dplus Kia picking this is something that they've brought over from those past experience. Meanwhile, for Orangutan,
मैं कुरकुरे लेके आया, ले आओ भाई ले आओ.
This could be creative. This could be something that they
जल्दी ले आओ, मैं chewing-gum ले आता हूँ.
Put off a little bit of chaos onto some of these players from Dplus Kia.
This is a matchup I want to talk about too, though. Lakia up against Tesseract. They both get to play the Sova now instead of the Fade, and you know that they both can play the hell out of this agent.
I was just about to say, we are seeing Orangutan with their comfort pick as well. Aziz, we might know him for how great he is on the...
Are you a campfire because you are hot and I can't help but be different? भाई तुम कहाँ से Google से मार रहे हो शायरी भाई?
Also amazing on the Astra. His timing with the stars, really something you have to also watch out for here. So at least Orangutan, as I mentioned, Haven is a comfortable map for them, but also the agent selection is something that they have played hundreds, if not thousands of hours already.
Yeah, it really feels like, you know, Dplus Kia have come into this one with a plan. They've figured out where the weak points are of Orangutan, and they are certainly punishing for every little mistake they've made, which is why Dplus Kia just look like the better team. And look, Lakia didn't even need to do anything on Bind.
ये कौन सी चूंगा मैं?
5 kills, 13 deaths, put himself in harm's way to succeed for the team. But now, with that Sova, with his favorite damn pick, of an agent.
भाई उन लोगों ने कीबोर्ड ऐसे रखा हुआ पूरा.
Turning this one right around.
I mean, even with whatever agent he picks, whatever his score is, you can expect a lot of impactful moments coming out from this guy.
Yeah. For sure.
Let's go, bye.
Well, are we going to get more? That's the question. I want to know, is it going to be Orangutan bringing this back on map number 2? Will we go all the way to 3 to keep that consistent across today? Or are we going home early? Is it that 2-0? Can Dplus Kia show us what they're made of?
Just have to see. Again, you know, talking about the composition.
अबे मैप में सब कुछ तो कभी दिखता ही नहीं मुझे.
Yes, Aziz, he prefers those flash agents, but why not pick a breach?
भाई हेवन में कभी दिखा है ये ड्रैगन?
Incredibly useful.
मुझे जो देखा ही नहीं मैंने कभी.
As well, but if anything, this says to me that they have a very specific plan.
आज जाके देखूंगा.
RVK on the Astra as well, and that requires a lot of coordination. And if they can actually pull that off, if Antidote as the IGL can lead them to that success story,
Easy पड़ता है try करो. क्या जी?
Find those right timings to coordinate together, they might be able to do this.
Coordinate together. Seems like this has to be the Orangutango for OGS. We'll see how this goes for South Asia, as now we're seeing Dplus Kia already knock on the doors on the C site. The dash in from Allow, and it seems like Orangutan definitely want to go in for this fight. They might be fighting in a little bit more than they can chew. Rockul is reloading and gets caught by Esperanza. RVK pocketed into the corner, but will get spotted by Exy. Tesseract by himself, but Exy finds himself the frenzy and finishes off the round. It's bloody, it's gruesome, and it's Dplus Kia on top.
Bro, कितना fast आए वो लोग.
And you have it starting off.
भाई 5 सेकंड में खत्म.
Sprinting into the site. Doesn't matter if you live.
भाई सब कुछ फेंक दिया उन्होंने. ओमन का स्मोक,
You can see that
सोवा का रिवील,
whatever he could with
उसके बाद जेट का स्मोक डैश,
but unfortunately when it comes
रिवील सब कुछ.
the firefights just it favored Dplus Kia because they came in with a slightly delayed push. They got the information and then they traded off of each other.
Turned out pretty well too. The delay tactics for Orangutan unfortunately doesn't really do them much justice, and this is probably the reason why you would like to have the breach, because the flash from the sky a little bit too slow to go for that punish. If you had the flash behind the walls, it might have been a bit more punishing there, as the players of OGS. Esperanza is very much, of course, aware of the flank, but Antidote, okay, not too bad as you mentioned. Lock is here immediately for the refrag or the readdress of the C-long angle, and of course, the breaks supporting them via Australia leaves only Tesseract to fend off for himself. The pistol is definitely a little bit too short, and Dplus Kia, they had issues a while ago with the pistol. Now it's all gone. It's all
भाई
All right, now we can focus on the real
भयंकर सीन चल रहा है.
situation with the full rifles.
ये मैच, ये वाला मैप तो इनका पिक है,
Just thinking about
डीके का.
You have these angles being held. You have Dplus Kia.
ओ भाई.
The past 2 rounds at least, the first 2 rounds of the whole game, just rushing into the C site. Orangutan tried to explore a little bit outside of Garage for a second, but sometimes with those plays, again, it plays straight into Dplus Kia's hands. They fully expected that, and they watched the flank. On to the next round, and I want to see Orangutan try to get a little bit more creative with it. They need information, yes, and sometimes maybe they want to push out, but they have to do it at the right time. They have to do it when Dplus Kia least expects it, and right now it's so tough to get a read on that and to pull that off. So Tesseract actually for Tesseract, the triple spray, his teammate to shoot out the drone. He gets a little bit more momentum off of this, and he seizes the initiative. Allow goes straight in though, and he's trying to fight back, but Aziz has got his teammates back.
Good.
That Dplus Kia, very reminiscent to DRX.
Nice. Sexy.
That specific way when they were setting up like 3 facilities on short, and very much punished by Tesseract. I'm not going to take that against him, away from him. He did a beautiful job just punishing Dplus for having their hands fiddling with something else as they try to set up for the site. So there you have it. Great first round there for Orangutan.
You gotta love the Orangutan team and staff. He's in the crowd.
Sexy मारा है तो.
Just
यही मार चाहिए.
cheering for the whole team, and it keeps the spirits up. You love to see these guys pop off. Now using the Hunter's Fury just slightly blindly. I guess he was trying to fish for information, but he doesn't find anything.
Yeah, it's like the Jesivas special before on Haven. Tesseract knowing the angles and everything, hoping that maybe he can get that catch too, but It's going to be shy. Oh, maybe they can shoot through the smoke and get a catch-off on the players. The idea was there. The damage was
45.
there.
Nice, Tesseract.
But the pick, not going to happen. Tesseract, though, he really started this game on fire. Pretty much getting all the kills.
रॉफी भाई ने क्रॉस से चेंज किया ना.
And this is proving to be a bit of a
मैं वैसे ही कभी-कभी चावल मारता हूँ.
Tesseract isn't there, but look at the mini-map. Tesseract's already expecting it, as Raw Fuel does get that information that they are looking to A.
And Raw Fuel watching the angle.
Entry ले रहे हैं भाई.
He has to survive this, though. Here comes the execute. And he's kind of playing around a lot.
Nice.
Thankfully, Tesseract here to trade. But the numbers are now even. And guess what? Esperanza, he's so deep in. He's
Rotate करेंगे मेरे हिसाब से जो.
Orangutan will not expect, maybe anticipate, but this is so uncommon. He slipped through mid. Now the spike being delivered onto that one spot. And just as Tesseract peeks out, his head gets cut clean off. 2 players left for Orangutan, and they've split up forces. One on C-Link, one on A. But then the lockdown, dude.
That's even worse. I mean, not for D+, but for Orangutan, look at where this is pushing in.
Whoa!
Maybe.
Nice, man!
Does, and almost even takes away at Australia. The thing is, it's a 1-for-1 trade. It's still the numbers advantage.
अब उनके दो कैसे जिंदा है?
All they have to do is not slip up, not get isolated by RVK, and he even gets tagged by the Recon Dart. That is going to be hurtful. That is going to be huge. He gets stunned.
This is crazy.
And can't really do too much. One to the left, one to the right. And this very much dance of death cannot be danced to the rhythm, and he has to.
भाई अच्छा मारा though.
D+ have already gotten that lurk, and they've already gotten that round.
It's a dance to the death, and unfortunately, DK Plus are kind of leading.
प्रणब भाई उधर से कॉन्फिडेंस दे रहे एकदम. प्रणब भाई की आवाज यहाँ तक आ रही. देख रहे हो गाइस? इसको कहते हैं सपोर्ट.
Down to the player, and it was good.
लाइक करो गाइस फटाफट से. लेट्स गो. लाइक करें जल्दी.
First of all, lockdown, it's smart, it's good, it's a bit of cover, but it's also a bit of a bait. It forces you to peek out, and that's exactly what Aziz did.
ये तो बहुत प्यारा मारा था.
Players, one from garage in case anyone pushes out.
ये legend बहुत प्यारा था.
In a corner. It's 2 split angles they have to watch. It's so tough, but still, OGS, they continue to fight back. The Spectres have been bought up, and Raw Fuel pushes out, gets information, kind
लो
of
तो दिया भाई.
and then he has to tail in back. Dplus Kia are just holding around this. Surely nobody peeks out again, but all players are here just setting up, and at the same time, Esperanza watching the flank. If someone does push out, that's going to be the go signal for the whole team to rotate through.
You'd really love to just be able to punish that a whole lot more as Orangutan, but they got no concussed, they got no stuns. I mean, yeah, you could maybe look for the stars, but not enough distance, not enough AoE for that to really matter. Unfortunately for Raw Fuel, he only had the Spectre in hand, so there's no big damage that he could really look for that. Wait, a little flash from Aziz here does get the information onto Alom. There's the stun. But the stun once again hits so many players. Can't really do too much. But Tesseract once again, the hero of the site. Is it going
nice,
to be
Aziz.
Aziz at the back of the site. Oh, GS is Tesseract once again at the back of the site. And Lakia is by himself, very low. If Aziz wanted to, he could maybe just get that headshot jump. And RVK, does Lakia know? Does his instinct actually tell him that the short is exposed? That the short is compromised? Absolutely not.
And with that, they take
Venom भाई देखो बे पेल दिया निकाल दिया राउंड.
Again, this is what I'm saying. Strike them when they least expect it. No way that Dplus Kia knew that someone was coming up from the flank. And all that time being bought out by the team, holding down through. You talk about Tesseract, and he always comes up huge. Now,
आ रहा है भाई ये ना निकलेगा भाई. मेरे को ऐसे gut feeling आ रही है दिल से.
another Hunter's Fury. This is what you need to see from Orangutan, because maybe those flanks can't work, but those sight anchors will.
Absolutely. It's all about the contact on the hold on the site. So if Dplus Kia slip up even a little bit, you're really seeing the punish play from Orangutan flourish in this situation. This a little bit too delayed.
Let's go जी. Raw भाई निकाल दो एक ऑफ से प्यारा सा शॉट.
Orangutan is fearless in just peeking these angles, thinking that maybe this, you know, they could get caught out.
Like they have to be careful, right? But I'm just thinking in this round, first of all, yeah, not the best buy for Dplus Kia, but they're sitting on a rolling thunder. So Orangutan has to anticipate this. They have to kind of set up for that retake scenario. So that's why they're playing so far back. But unfortunately, as this does get tagged up, thankfully, he's going to find the dark cover. I was just about to say, and then allow sprays through. He actually finds his head. Numbers advantage kind of gone, but they still have the guns, and they're trying to set up for this.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
That shock dart didn't even hit the nano swarm. Unfortunate. Well, Raw Fuel, he's got his work cut out for him because the big problem now is he did have to use the tailwind, so he's gonna have to wait for his teammates to push in with him, and then he can maybe get a free shot or something. Recon dart does get a tag off onto Allow, but they don't know that he's pocketed down there with XC. And yeah, you're absolutely right. No time. Gonna have to just
let's go.
Nice.
And Raw Fuel given a bit of, well, exit frag as well as consolation prize, but that's not the prize they're looking for. They wanted the grand prize, and that is not to get the 0 series at all in Group Omega.
Kushal hai 10
Yes, Dplus Kia are up 4-2. Rawfield now has his Blade Storm. He gets to keep that operator. It's such a hefty investment. You need to bring it over to the next round. You need to find impact with it.
Yeah.
And perhaps one way to do so is, again, it's a bit of a guessing game, or you have to make an intelligent guess.
Well, Raw Fuel, he's all about aggression as well, so maybe the mix there could be enough. The thing is, there's also what you call the operator paradox.
कुशल तो Valorant में hack use करता है.
You coin it.
The more that you
तभी तो मैं bottom frag
keep
करता
the
हूँ.
operator safe in the next rounds, and the more that you can't hit your shots, the more that it turns into a liability than it is a threat for your opponent.
Nice.
But, you know what? Raw Fuel gets out of that straight with a shot. Could go for another one, but gets forced back.
Nice.
He has the shorty in hand, and he is beating them from pushing into the back of the site. Anadol has joined in onto the fight, and this is not looking too good for
Nice.
Kia.
Nice, Rafi bhai, nice. Sex कर दिया भाई.
To me, the paradox has been shifted.
क्या मारा है?
Dime has alive.
आ रहा guys. Rafi bhai आ रहे भाई.
Over. And Orangutan are proud. This is what you're saying. Yes, Dplus Kia, they have these great setups, they have these great executes, but if you get the first pick, if you throw a wrench into their plans, the
बहुत कीड़ा मारा.
will work out a little bit better. And this time the read onto the C site, starting off with the op pick from Rawfield, swapping over to the shorty, then picking up a Phantom, Antidote coming from behind as well. This is when Orangutan plays great. If they can keep that up, maybe, this will be a strong lead for them on Haven.
You can already see the Orangutan supporters shouting, "Come on! Do it! Push it!" The Hunter has been activated. And where
Nice,
finding its mark all the way through Garage from A-Link. And Orangutan definitely feeling the heroics, feeling the courage of their teammate, and not falling behind to make their own highlights.
Nice!
On Raw Fuel once again, as Australia is down.
Sexy, man!
Of Dplus Kia now remain, and they're stuck. They can't really find any meaningful map control. They have the spike in hand, but the utility is used to get a little bit of information. It's still going to be lacking. Xe now hoping to maybe get a catch on C-Long. RPK's there on platform, but he needs to get a little bit deeper into the site to get the catch on this. Maybe he can. There's no refragger here against RVK, and he's backing away for the moment, and this could give a chance. Ooh, no chance. You can't really
Bro, how fast? Let's go, Rafi bhai. One more pick.
So far off the sites too.
Nice, bhai. Nice.
The spike carrier dropped.
Rafi with bhai off pick.
Maybe they could opt for a save.
Rafi bhai with off. Insane, bhai.
That is why
Let's see.
maybe XC
बस वो चिपकनी चाहिए. जहाँ चिपकनी चालू होगी वहाँ एकदम मजा आ जाएगा.
anticipating perhaps a peek or a push. The Hawk gets sent down. All right, doesn't quite find him. So it's a great way again for Orangutan to actually start this.
भाई कोई पीक तक नहीं ले रहा, देख रहे हो?
With the blind
ये डर होता है भाई.
a shot. And
कोई पीक भी नहीं ले रहा.
you have a couple of players pushing up A-Long. It works a treat. Allow though will be able to walk away with the concept.
Let's go, bhai. Let's.
Not a true
Nice.
blind 100 Spirit, I believe.
Nice, Rafi bhai. Nice, bhai.
Other players of Orangutan got the contact.
Ek
from
number.
Raj, but Tesseract still had to be very experienced enough to know where to follow through before trying to retreat
Clean.
from that. So
Clean.
definitely great utility usage, great use of that ultimate to get the rounds rolling from Orangutan. This is much better than what we saw.
Very, very nice, bhai. Very, very nice.
Because of how even it is, and you can see right now the doctor, he's smiling a little bit more. He's looking a lot more relaxed.
टाइम आउट लिया भाई. डीके ने टाइम आउट लिया इस बार. Nice. अच्छा लगा देख के.
You don't want to get too happy just yet. the game's not over. It's 4-4. And you can see precisely why Solo called.
कितना मजा आ रहा है यार सबको ऐसे हिलाने में. ओजी बोलते. Let's go. 1-1 है भाई, 1-1 है.
They are starting to work together as a team to control the map. But Dplus Kia has some ultimates of their own in this round. Lakia has been sitting on a Hunter's Fury, and they could very well use it to execute onto a site.
Absolutely. So they still have to be very careful about that. Of course, tactical timeout also assists Orangutan here, so they can anticipate that. We did see once they got that tactical timeout on bind, there was a little bit more structure on the play of Orangutan here. Not enough to really threaten the control and the dominance that we saw.
Let's go off and buy.
You can really see that they were aware of the plays that Dplus could be utilizing here. But now looking into things, you did say that Lakia has his ultimate XE as well. They can make that execute on the A side, and they have a lot of options here. They could even go for the very sneaky and tricky to deal with from the shadows at the back of the site that could catch Aziz off guard.
And I've seen Mako pull off some of those. It all starts with this play, though, and Aziz gets the perfect read, perfect information onto all of this. So Dplus Kia have to think twice if they want to commit into the A site. They actually push into the dark cover together. It's a
Power
little
of friendship.
detail, but it's great. Yeah, power of friendship, it's teamwork. Now they go in together. Starts things off with Allow.
Nice, Rafael bhai!
Look at how courageous this guy is.
Nice, Rafael bhai!
Shorty finds 2 kills.
Sexy bhai, क्या मारा है?
This from the side. Esperanza up on
Nice, nice. एक नंबर भाई, क्या मारा भाई?
The fighting spirit of Orangutan definitely fell.
भाई चोटी ने 2 चिपका दिए बे.
To even use his boomstick, the
Sheesh भाई, sheesh shots.
He's got the shorty in hand, and look at that bam. Once again.
Too good, bro. Too good.
Menacingly. And even though there was the peek out, the check out from Dplus, they're feeling a little bit more well read by Orangutan because they can definitely see what
This is the real Rafael bhai. आ रहा है.
Players on Orangutan on the site, they're really reacting quickly and well.
Come on, bro. Peek, bro. Peek. Come on, bro.
With the Cloudburst that way. Now he holds the angle out towards mid and sees that jiggle peak. So repositioning himself. You talked about that paradox. We're looking for it again. Oh my God! But Allow just dashed right.
Nice, Rafael bhai.
Through the Cloudburst, actually catches him. 4 players from DK now. They make the quick rotation, the quick switch onto the C site.
Oh, nice, Rafael bhai.
Gets the
nice.
shot. RVK sitting back flat. He finds yet another. Lakia with the Hunter's Fury now coming in. And Estrella finds a bit of space. He eliminates that operator. Now he's looking for the next target.
Oh.
Trailblazer and then Antidote. Aziz now left alone. The spike's not been planted yet, so they could be anywhere on this map.
Unless he knows where they were last seen, and he actually saw the rotation, just the beautiful locks of Lakia.
BRA.
2v3 है, निकाल सकता है
It's
Aziz.
going to be an A, and Aziz will have to expend
A rotate करे.
just to make sure the information is there, that no one is on mid, but he's second guessing, and this is the problem
एक है ना?
of
हाँ,
an
एक.
even map, man. You gotta, if you're in this situation, you have to just have 33% chance of knowing what's right, to be honest.
33. I like that, yeah.
It's right, yeah, the math's right.
.333 repeating, of course. And that's also your chance of success in this round. It's a 1-on-2. Estrella has the Rolling Thunder. Doesn't need to commit it, but he could. And that's the most painful thing. All of that rotation took up quite a bit of time. It's roughly 8 to 10 seconds, and now
Anti.
perfectly anticipating it, just holds the angle. A simple tap.
Anti.
Yeah. Again,
क्या पेला भाई, कसम से मजाक सेट के बे. Rafael भाई तो एकदम भयंकर. मजा आ गया बे देख के.
If Aziz pushes up and Lakia was the one to get contact, he has to still run back into the site where Short would have such a better angle in catching him back into trying to defuse that spike, just to kind of, you know, hyper focus on.
अरे यार इधर भी लग जाता वो 1 सेकंड बस हुआ.
Because they were doing so well in catching the movement of Dplus Kia back on
Anti भाई.
and then you see Australia
Good one.
hit the shot on the dog and then the headshot onto Antidote.
And that's the crazy thing for me. These guys adapt so quickly right now, especially against Orangutan. But Orangutan are trying to change up their game plan as well, now hiding behind this dark cover. The From the Shadows was used. I don't know if it was a boy, but Whatever it is, Allow just peeks up, face checks, gets a quick double kill.
Nice.
Tries to hold the angle instead. And he will be able to find the first, but not quite the second, because Esperanza and the rest of the team are already on the site. RVK only left with the star, his teammates completely gone. No way you retake this, no way you walk out of this round alive. Unless you save. Lakia's hunting him down. Oh no, Azurai, oh no.
Yeah, we'll see. In any case, they do have the money to do anything.
He hears it.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Oh god. Behind you.
Wow. Okay, he's getting away. But the thing is, it's not only Lakia now that is going for the hunt.
No.
It's the rest of Dplus Kia. You know what Kia's standing for right now? Killed in action. There it is.
6-5.
That's how the story goes. Dplus Kia, completely strong, completely coordinated. They find a round, they find a win.
The elbow.
अच्छा मारा उसने.
Unfortunate.
And it's timed right after that dark coverage.
टेक्नो गेमर से बात करो.
Crazy.
ओ भाई.
That definitely is. I also thought there was going to be a chance for Antidote to get maybe a pop-off, because, again, Rafuel missed the shot, but he also gave us
Last round है नहीं?
the attention
Last
of
round
the
है.
players.
इसके बाद switch होएगा.
I don't know, maybe Antidote was feeling that he could force them to pass him a little bit
ऐसे
more,
क्या South
maybe
Asia?
he can get the trigger discipline. But again, as you saw in that replay, saw the elbow, and that's all enough for Allow to go for the heavy punch.
भैया win कर रहे हैं बार
You
बार.
can see again, Orangutan really feeling the pressure, has to call a timeout once more.
I don't mind it. It's the first half, the last round. You want to secure a 6-6, I guess. Whatever you can get, it's always good. But it's also a tricky
Time out, one remaining. ओजी का एक टाइम आउट बाकी है. 3 मिलते हैं टोटल. भाई जी आरपी कल से होगी ब्रो.
A lot of ultimates. You know, Astray has been sitting on that Rolling Thunder, and again, very useful tool for side executes. Allow picked up an operator too. So I don't know how prepared Orangutan are for this, because while we can see all of these buys, Orangutan can't. They can see the ultimates, of course, and that's one thing that they kind of anticipate. They've got some ultimates of their own, and it all starts once the round timer goes.
Let's go, G.
They've got the Cosmic Divide, and a very
Guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, मेरे भाई.
Could
Like करिए यार, like करिए, जल्दी.
Lakia is so cool. He's the one at the very end, and you see him, he's playing with like a jacket over his shoulders. Such a bad boy.
Yeah, he's got an ear piercing too, dude.
Oh yeah, he doesn't even have his arms inside the sleeves. It's like just, you know.
आ रहा है comeback कुशल भाई, वही तो बे भयंकर comeback आ रहा है.
Anyways, Tesseract backed off here.
Whoa, pushed out mid.
Push down mid as well, and this is what I like about Orangutan. Again, they're willing to always try to do something
सब एकदम साथ हैं.
to basically catch the opponents off guard.
Okay, Rafuel. He tailwinds away, and there's that Rolling Thunder. So it doesn't really hit anyone, but it gets so much space for Dplus Kia. Aziz coming out from around the back, though, eliminates Esperanza.
Wait, what?
Now lockdown
Nice,
unavailable. Allow goes in deeper, but gets punished. Defender lockdown now in play, and Dplus Kia has to think about how they want to play around this. They are sandwiched onto the site, but they also have some positions. They've got the spike planted. All they have to do is eliminate a couple of players. You can hear them shouting "sight," and that's what they're calling out for.
Nice,
at
Aziz.
the right time, though, and RVK coming in with him as well. It all comes down to
No.
shot through Aziz. Now Rafuel watching the angle, but the shock dart is good. RVK just trying to stick it all the way through.
Nice, RVK,
at
bhai.
the right time. Oh, it's been saved.
Let's go.
OGS in this first half tied up
Oh
6-6.
bro.
Let's go indeed.
Good one, भाई, good one.
That took so much effort from
What's up, Izap?
Orangutan. They were threading the needle in every
भाई अच्छा था बे, अबे उसने कितना तगड़ा मारा भाई शॉट डार्ट.
I mean, look at the replays. It could have gone any other
भाई
way.
वाला शॉट डार्ट कितना तगड़ा था जो रॉफिल भाई ने मारा.
Itself, when you saw them
Too
coming
quick,
in,
bro.
and Aziz felt the pressure, had to push through the wall itself, and got
अबे
the
उनके
hit.
में
But then Lakia,
कोरियन जापानीज में लिख के आ रहा है.
Lakia was almost able, gets the catch on.
Nice,
Aziz,
bhai, nice,
gets
nice,
the shot
nice.
start onto Rafuel, and if RVK didn't get that half,
14, 11, 8.
it might have actually been
Half time, guys.
played here by
Switch.
Lakia.
Side switch, bro.
Bro, so
आएगा आएगा
Just so
ओजी बोलते बीरो ओजी भाई भयंकर बे
fortunate perhaps.
1-1 है का स्कोर
Also, just quick reactions.
अगला मैच डिसाइडर भाई डिसाइडर में क्या लगेगा क्या लगता है
Getting eliminated.
लोटस तो बैन है
Lakia would be pushing
लोटस तो नहीं लगने वाला
He heard the footsteps, he heard the shot, and instantly got off the tap, and that is what secured them the round. Well played by RVK, but again, not over yet. Similarly to what we saw from before, Orangutan, they started to come back, but now they swap sides. How do you play around this? They've managed to defend quite well, but then now you're playing against a Dplus Kia that could push out against you as well.
The thing is, this is where the Sky
अच्छी team है भाई,
has a
लेकिन
lot more
DK भी
value, I think, for Orangutan, just because you do have the extra reconnaissance with the Trailblazer.
Yeah.
It's not as strong to bully out.
टक्कर का ही चल रहा है भाई
Breach, but again, it does give Orangutan a clearer picture and better options. And this
प्रणब भाई बे
plus Kia pretty thin, but at least for the start of this pistol round, seems like
प्रणब भाई की हूटिंग यहाँ तक सुनाई दे रही है देख रहे हो
but it's hella bully on
सोवा द बेस्ट इनिशिएटर
on A site.
सोवा तो भाई भयंकर चीज है
Off with 2 smokes. One to
wow,
block them
4
off,
flank.
one to give them control over A lobby. And they
ओजी का प्लान है
Guess what? Yeah, the flank is coming through. There is an alarm bot, so it will trigger and give them information. And now we
Evan?
see Tesseract starting to watch the flank. He's tucked away behind the boxes, but he gets tagged up and stunned by Estrella as well. So that's the first pillar gone.
Low diya, low diya.
Tesseract out. The spike has been planted. How does OG play around this? I like that Rob is pushing deeper in, but Antidote has
Nice,
to stay
nice,
alive,
nice,
but
Andy, bhai.
unfortunately gets tagged out. It's going to be the rest of the DK Plus squad actually pushing through from
Bro!
behind, picking up from on top.
Oh my God.
Gets the perfect lineup.
भाई क्या शॉट डॉट मार रहा है बंदा
Lakia headshots through. And all of a sudden, this is DK Plus in the lead.
Lakia is so smart too.
क्या
He
बात
just
है मास्टर भाई
He was already hella tagged.
ब्रो
waiting
टू
on
सेक्सी
heaven.
शॉट गार्ड यार
Has
बहुत
the
प्यारा था वो
already active, so he's just waiting for his teammates to clear a little bit more of A long as well as A short.
भाई तेरे से पीक में मारा
Boy,
है
as you can
इतने से
see right
पीक
there.
में
And just about their hit onto the site, there's the
Dude.
recon dart. Now they know. Lakia even spots out RVK as he jumps out. RVK couldn't get the pick. Gets tagged by the shock dart. No, eliminated by the shock dart. And just perfect reactions and decision making.
मास्टर भाई स्पैम ना करो यार
I mean, it's so smart. I feel like he instantly knew how to play it too. Just hiding up heaven. His teammates were already flanking. They took out Tesseract. So it's so crucial for the OGS players to be able
कर मारा यार
to hold off and fend off against such fights. But it's tough. Dplus Kia, they've got those bulldogs and they are nasty with that bite. OGS continue to try to push the issue. They have managed to sneak up into B, but nope. Just denied by the Wow.
5v4
The rest of them now with the spike.
नाइस रॉफिल भाई
Kind of holding the angle onto A, and that is good. He picks up the bulldog and calls for the rest of his team to make their
Evan.
way onto site.
It's very good. They give a lot of noise on the mid side, which did shake up Dplus Kia here, but they gotta be careful. If
Nice, RVK भाई ने मारा।
Hopefully RVK does. It might be a lot of eliminations that Orangutan just don't want to happen at this point. Rafael has the angle at the corner here, but you can already see the pin.
Crossfire पे nice
They're so hyper aware of things. They're waiting a little bit more for something to happen. Are they really going to push for the retake here? Maybe they were waiting for XC's smoke to actually come back first, so they only have to deal with the one angle. There's the paranoia. They do have the angle.
Oh, दोनों लो है
But that is 2 head taps.
Nice,
This
RVK
could
भाई.
make it easier for RVK at least. He has the hand cannon, and he has
Nice.
the push.
Nice,
RVK
nice,
hits it.
nice,
All
RVK
set
भाई.
up. Of course, by
क्या
teammate,
मारा भाई,
Rafael
too
great
sexy,
clutch
too
all together,
sexy.
And Orangutan take that 7.
आय हाय 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 आय हाय 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 आय हाय हाय हाय
Cheering,
Yeah,
and
you
it
got-
kinda
you got-
got-
भाई रॉफिल भाई ने लेकिन बहुत लो दिया हुआ था सबको
It's a land
बढ़िया भाई
That's the land spirit. And again, seriously though,
टप
RVK
टप
is that
टप
player. If you
टप
remember a
टप
couple days ago,
टप
actually,
4 किल भाई
OG played against Scars, and yes,
कल भी 4 मारे थे भाई
RVK
ओह
has the same
ओह
shots with this sheriff, and he's been doing that for the whole team this entire series, this entire.
चीज भाई
He is that guy
Too
with
good.
the sheriff, and you always have to watch out for.
क्या मारा भाई परमेंदु भाई कसम से
50 wins to OGS. Now the next round, economy crumpled for Dplus Kia. Orangutan have got the guns, and they are looking to hold on.
अबे हाँ अगर ये राउंड नहीं जीते अभी ये लोग अच्छा हम लोग बाय भी नहीं किया नाइस भाई रॉफिल भाई ये राउंड नहीं जीते अगर डीके तो उनके इकोनॉमी खत्म है
For not. Kills all around the map. Push from Tesseract on C-Long.
Nice, nice, nice.
Esperanza.
बढ़िया 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 बढ़िया
Is going to be allowed. Does get the stun from his teammate. His tailwind is primed and ready.
नाइस
But
नाइस
shots not
नाइस रॉफिल भाई नाइस
all in Orangutan.
एस है मेरे ख्याल से तो रॉफिल भैया का
They're reaping the benefits of
नाइस नाइस रॉफिल भाई नाइस
so damn good at
एक नंबर एक नंबर
Rocco picks up a nice 4K.
And that's the blade.
Too good, bhai.
A great play from Orangutan.
16 किल बे टेसरा के 15
Their sales are starting to go in with a lot more fire,
एक,
a lot more
दो,
aggression.
3
Here are faced with this question now.
अबे मेरे को लगा
How
एस
to
है
play around this. We've seen them push out into from unconventional positions before. Are they going to do it again?
लेट्स गो लेट्स गो लेट्स गो लेट्स गो उनके पास बाय आया अबे अच्छा उन लोगों ने पिछले राउंड सेव किया था गॉट इट
So
ऑफ कर रहे हैं
that could be a canon event that is inevitable for Orangutan. Let's see how that goes. I don't hear the menacing music, at least for the moment, because Orangutan's on the other side of the map.
जेट ऑफ कर रहा हूं
Still is going to be tricky though, because they're going to
बहुत गलत मारा भाई
as well as the Omen. It's covering a lot.
सेव कर रहे थे वो
of
लोग पिछले राउंड
Gonna have to back away as he does get the tag. This does set up perfectly for Orangutan, but the setup's still there. Utility's still there. Esperanza and teammate at the back of the site. They're clearing it up. He's hopefully has played at the back of things, but he's alone. He can't really do too much. Only gets
Nice,
the first
nice,
pick,
nice.
and that's about that. Orangutan
No!
playing so
Nice!
well behind their utilities, and now they're
Sexy, man!
now they're in the driver's
Dude
Taking that operator away from Alau's hands too. A sudden peek, a sudden crouch, and it completely throws
Very
them
nice,
off.
bro.
The speed at which
let's go let's go
Dplus Kia just, you could see that they were trying to work around this. They were
भाई ये क्या मस्त मारा टेस्ट ने
to anchor the site, but with too many players up around, and I guess Lakia kind of alone, couldn't quite answer.
रॉफिल भाई ऐसे देते फिश बम लेफ्ट हैंड से
3 rounds in a row now for Orangutan.
My man Rafuel just, again, happy with this contact that they're able to do.
no
Trying to get that A main control, A house control. Smoke's about to dissipate, and there is one outside, that's Aziz. If they can get the catch on him, his teammates are nowhere near, but Aziz feeling a little bit antsy here, now utilizes his utility, tries to back away. Exy, no chance to really go for the punish. And unfortunately, that's going to be Aziz trying to exit and, well, go try to help out the rest of his team. Timing for
रॉफिल भाई
Allow,
हमेशा
not going to be
गुस्से में लगते भाई रॉफिल भाई इज अ वेरी गुड पर्सन यार मैं सही बता रहा हूँ मैं रहा हूँ भाई 4-5 महीने उनके साथ बहुत मस्त बंदा भाई बहुत कम लोगों से बोलते ज्यादा बोलते ही नहीं नाइस अजीज गया लो है ये आओ Nice one, Rofil, bhai!
All the angles held. A bit of a blind coming through from Estrella.
Sexy!
A little bit of space, but not quite enough.
Nice one, Rofil, bhai!
Rafuel. And it
क्या मार रही है क्या मार रही है वाह
is coming through, but not quite making it out for Dplus Kia.
I was about to say, this feels like one of the messier setups that Dplus have tried to do. Again, they already know that their opponent's going to be already rotating hard onto C long. They're pushing up aggressive. And then there was some sort of, I don't want to say it's a disconnected play. I think it's just a play that didn't really get the kills because Allow just got punished and again
no
his ultimate. So the Hunter's Fury also couldn't get that value.
Nah.
If he got the pick, maybe also the Hunter's Fury would have been a lot more impactful, but it's the again,
nowhere to run damage दिया हाँ लो हुआ उनका जेट लो हुआ
Going a little bit too
45 HP 55 HP lose किया भाई वो
allowed them to get
Nice hit.
sight, but a defender lockdown deployed as well. They're gonna be flushed out of this into very predictable positions.
अबे डिटेन होंगे मेरे ख्याल से कोई
Easily
नहीं हुआ
smoked off by
गुलपा
X.
होंगे
Dplus Kia, they're just making their way in. They're clearing out backside. And then a star placed on the spike. Rolling Thunder pushes them back though. And look at that recon ball. Perfect information. Lakia comes in and just decimates. In all that time though, Orangutan, they hold up outside of garage. The whole team has made their way around the back.
अबे
The
डिफ्यूज कर दिया
defuse
उन्होंने
goes through anyway.
full diffuse. RVK not really
अल्ट मार दी भाई के दिन साइड तो छोड़नी पड़ेगी ना
well, just again, just commit to the defuse on the spike. But to be fair,
Good.
the rest of the members were already pushing onto C-Long to punish the players of Orangutan. I felt like there was a little bit more RVK could have done there, especially when you saw this KJ player Esperanza actually leave garage. So there was a chance for RVK to really hit the big flag there. Unfortunately, the timing and the read was completely off as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they didn't hear the audio cue for whatever reason.
They definitely did. It's just more of like
not having the angle.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate, but still on to the next round. They've got full buys. They've got operators on both sides. And Dplus definitely looking around. They started off with that great round, that great retake and defuse. Now Orangutan looking for a bit of an opening pick too. It's the same setup. And of course, Aziz gets
bhai tu to bahut badhiya entry bhai.
Actually with the operator just walks up.
Wow.
And in that chaos, Tasserect pushes
5v3 easy plant.
Well. 2 players gone, site not defended, spike planted. And you've got Dplus Kia looking to hold on to their guns, so it's a save.
Yeah, this definitely is a save already. They didn't have the most convincing of rounds last time, so buys is going to be...
But they're not going.
If they try to do anything at this point. But really strong catch there. I was thinking that...
T-plant wale ja kyun nahi rahe? Okay, got it.
Operator in hand, but gets that value easy pick for him. And Orangutan going to be just...
Abhi ye kya hai?
The fruits
Mujhe samajh nahi aa raha.
His picks. It's going to be 11-8. Big problem here for
Okay, got it.
Struggling, figuring out
Hello, Varsha.
And any contact that they kind of want to do is just onto the wayside. Nothing really happening. Lakia does find Tesseract.
Nice! Let's go. 11-8. Let's go, G. Let's go. Hey, Varsha, what's up?
These prizes aren't too great because
brother bhai chilla rahe hai bhai se motivation jaag raha sabka bhayankar
pushing us to that third map. This will be
aye
for them if they can find a win. And like I mentioned, right, he just walked up garage. It's so great because this setup perfectly allows for Orangutan.
Kya haal hai bhai? Guys, can we hit 100 likes fatapat se? Let's go.
Have Aziz around a lobby and he sends that hawk out towards long, towards
time out le liya gaya hai dosto, time out le liya gaya hai.
Maybe Xy's used the shrouded step to sneak up.
And all of this is working so favorably for Orangutan. Again, it's them, the utilities that they have, spreading out like that and not really getting...
क्या बोला था मैं आएगा full boom bam भाई एकदम भयंकर वाला.
Control and leeway at this point that you do see Dplus trying
KN का full form क्या है? Korean?
Have the KJ to maybe stifle the push onto a site, but the thing is,
KN का क्या है full form है?
well versed in attacking that they don't just attack from one angle. You can see them just flooding through
Dplus Kia.
long, they're flooding to garage, they're even going through the garage window and pushing all the way through spawn, which
Rofil bhai to dono hath hila rahe kar
getting outpaced by. So with all of this happening, it's been a
Let's go.
already see the benefits and the efforts here really bear fruit for OG.
भाई प्रदीप भाई क्या चिल्ला रहे भाई एकदम भयंकर.
Those are some very effective tools. So is the shout.
Let's go!
And Dplus Kia really needs to find a solution to all of this. So timeout call from Solo, and he's looking to turn things around. You just need to think about how you want to do this. And the past couple of rounds when they did push out mid, it kind of worked. So I guess that's why they're doing the same thing. But look at this. Off the timeout, it's a very steady hold from Orangutan as well.
Come on. Nice one, RVK, bhai.
From Estrella, and he eliminates him. Esperanza, something that maybe RVK didn't quite expect though. So there's a quick trade.
Dinner वो 8 बजे कौन dinner करता है भाई?
Of it, it's just time being bought. Dplus Kia completely fall back to reinforce certain sites.
That smoke's gone. Allow has a chance here to hit a shot. And Dplus, they're really going for the hard reads on the positioning right now, as you can see. Xy's activated his ultimate just to spot if there's any forces outside of C-Long, but nothing at this point.
Yeah, Antidote hit away from it. So now just no noise, no information from both sides. Right. Orangutan gets a chance at surprising Dplus Kia. Of course, the Killjoy utility will reveal quite a bit, and so will that Trailblazer. Lockdown being deployed just to give them a bit of safe passage onto the site. But
अबे नहीं निकलना पड़ेगा.
as well. They continue to push in though. It doesn't matter because all they are looking for is the spike to get planted. XC tries to get in with a little bit more space, but unfortunately not quite deep enough. So he gets taken out. Esperanza now coming in from C-Link along with Allowed too. Dark cover, just nicely placed though. And they might have to go in for a couple of spams, but Esperanza, look at that sidestep. 3 kills in this round, and he sticks the defuse, gets it halfway, but turns around the wrong side.
Nice one, Tess, nice one. Let's fucking go, let's fucking go, let's fucking go, guys. Let's go, OG.
Tesseract does not disappoint.
मैं की स्ट्रीम देखता हूँ तो OG विन करता है, एंड हेल रेंजर भाई का देखता हूँ तो हैं? संस्कार में क्या लिख रहे हो?
He's been monstrous with it. XC, that was an unfortunate shot and step because he got
भाई nice one यार, too good Tess.
to get that backside control.
देख लो प्रणव भाई को.
A while ago, they were just sitting down, chilling. Now, all hype, all shouts, all roars.
Let's go भाई 1-1. Match point भाई.
Go into game number 3. Oh, hold on.
Dplus Kia backs against the wall. They don't care. They're just going in.
bro. What the heck?
XC from the other side.
भाई 3 सेकंड में खत्म.
Completely caught by surprise. Dplus Kia, they managed to push Orangutan back.
भाई 3 सेकंड में.
That was taking a play off of the page of Orangutan. If they're going to go aggressive, if they can go aggressive, why can't we?
You got nothing else left to lose, right?
नहीं जीत पाएंगे
throw everything in.
OG जीत गई, OG जीत गई.
I was kind of expecting Rockio to get a couple of punishes there, but
भाई क्या था, 3 सेकंड में खत्म हुआ है.
able to just punish through, and then as everything was happening outside A main, the mid push was also simultaneously getting
fast, bro.
that pressure.
ये तो शुरू होते ही खत्म हो गया हाँ ना.
Or Dplus Kia, excuse me, still not out of the water yet.
Some of those like sucker punch rounds can only work once in a blue moon. Now you got 3 ultimates again from Orangutan, and they are looking for an execute. You got the Seekers, you got the Cosmic Divide. There's so much that you can do with it. And they set it up a little bit shallow outside of B. Kind of allows for maybe Rawfield to get in the sneak plants, but okay, XC is holding the off angle, and the Trailblazer were used to retrieve valuable information. So instead, it's a quick conversion onto the C site, but denied. Okay, wow, by Lakia's Hunter's Fury. So back into B.
Well, has gone down too. There it is. Recon Dart will have to be broken by Lakia here. Shock Dart does absolutely nothing. Aziz caught, side spotted. Okay, this is not done yet. Lau has
planned ho gaya.
The back, but Tesseract's very aware. Spike has been planted, so Dplus will still have to go for this retake. RBK running for his life as the lockdown. He tried to break, but it's not going to happen. But all around the map, kills are being had. Tesseract, an antidote, still alive.
जीत गई, OG जीत गई. Defuse नहीं हो पाएगा.
Not working. The tag is there, but it's only Esperanza to remain. Seal the deal.
Let's go.
We're going to
Sexy.
game number 3.
But
Just
number भाई, number.
sharp shots across the map, whether it's Garage.
क्या मारा, Robin भाई तो. Oh my god.
Angles held and
Let's go. भाई क्या मस्त और वो करा भाई आखिरी में अल्ट.
The Orangutango continues here, and
OG जीतेगी भाई, आज वाले मैच जीतेगी भाई.
Game 2, it's Orangutan.
चलो भाई ये 2-0.
It is truly, Haven truly is
डिसाइडर अभी डिसाइडर मैप कौन सा होएगा ये देखना है.
Asia region of this phenomenal roster. In any case, we're going to leave you with the highlights, guys. Give us time to take a break because after this, it's going to be a very exciting game number 3.
Let's go भाई डिसाइडर मैच. गाइस OG OP इन द चैट हो जाए यार कस के एक बार गाइस कस के दौड़ा दो OG OP. मजा आ गया भाई. भाई ये तो बहुत सेक्सी था यार, शॉट की तो जो मारे दो. भाई ये शॉट डार्ट भी तगड़ा था. सेकंड है डिसाइडर. अच्छा वहां ऊपर दिख रहा था ना. अच्छा जो मैप बैन करते हैं वो डिसाइडर में भी नहीं आ सकता ना. प्रणब भाई एकदम भाई प्रणब भाई मोटिवेशन देते हैं एकदम भयंकर। गाइस तुम लोगों ने अगर देखा हो भाई ओजी का रिवील जो हुआ था ना, कॉलेज में रिवील जब करा था उन लोगों को, भाई प्रणब भाई ने जो स्पीच दी थी बहुत भयंकर। मतलब भाई सुन लो, ऐसा लग रहा था जैसे वो नहीं होते राजा महाराजा, जैसे जंग में भेज रहे हो एकदम वैसा भाई। राजा बजावे, आया था राजा। I am the Raja.
Looking at the world from the eye of the horse. If you Alexander the Great, then I am the Porter.
Arbor.
Like I am a loader, so हाथियों
W music बे।
को मुझे रोका। देख तू कैसे मैं लड़ूं, तुम लोगों से ऐसे ना डरूं। करूं मैं जैसे मैं तरुण, पानी पे चलूं मैं जैसे मैं वरुण। चाहे मैं जीऊं या मरूं, जो करना चाहूं मैं वही।
भाई गाना झगड़ा बजा रहे भाई, जो टीम जीतती है उसका सॉन्ग बजता है।
Better believe you're gonna be, pick up a seat, get your team. I'm the king.
हेलो हर्षदीज भाई, क्या है?
You all gonna die if you act like a vandal. Bring the realms to reality from every angle. This is the puppet service and
Production knows what they are doing.
the rest of
Hashtag Raja.
I am a Raja.
I am the Raja.
भिड़ेगा तो उठेगा जनाजा ना, तू मेरी तरफ आना, आ गया तो होगा फिर तनाजा ना, ये भारतीय भाषा फिर दुनिया सुनेगी ये तराना ना, 'cause I am the Raja, 'cause I am the Raja.
OG for the win. I am Raja. I am the Raja. अबे हेडीज भाई भी बैठे हुए क्या? नहीं नहीं, ये दूसरा हेडीज है। हेलो रिची भाई, हेलो आशीष, हेलो ब्लैक डेविल, कुशल ब्रो वॉचिंग। अरे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है यार, सब चलता रहता है। आई एम द राजा, मेरा तरफ आजा।
Look at my eyes, what do you see? I'm more than an average man. I'm a maverick, I can grow flowers on a barren land. Break a mountain with my bare hands and step back and cause a literal avalanche. Should've been about us traveling. अष्टभुजाएं मेरी जैसे मैं tarantula, ना है कोई तोड़ मेरा जब से पूर्वजों का ज्ञान मिला। मेरे जैसा मिलेगा कोई ना, तू और
वो लिख रहा राजा इज ओरंगुटैन सॉन्ग। अबे हाँ, इंडिया इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं ना।
तुमने मोरिया या किला तू लोरिया, come to me and you just gonna die. That's really a given.
आई एम द राजा, आजा मेरी हवेली पे। भाई चैट अलग ही चलती है। लेट्स गो लेट्स गो। हु विल विन ब्रो फ्रॉम योर ओपिनियन? ओरंगुटैन ब्रो। कैसे हो आशीष भाई? बहुत बढ़िया, आप बताओ कैसे हो? अभी क्या कर रहे हो ब्रो? अभी मैच ही देख रहे हैं यार, लास्ट मैच है, डिसाइडर है। गाना मतलब है फर्स्ट टाइम सुना। अरे भाई आई एम द राजा बहुत बढ़िया सॉन्ग है। ओजी फॉर द वे, लेट्स गो। राजा जी, लेट्स गो गाइस। स्टार्ट भाई, स्टार्ट। I'll give you 100 rupees per push-up. ब्लैक डेविल भाई पहले भेजो। तुम पुशअप मरवा लिए, फिर नहीं दिए तो गद्दारी नहीं जाएगी। गद्दारी को और
We're out here.
Black by you have to pay in advance.
Again, and
Little
having
bit. उसके बाद मैं आपको मरीज के दिखाता
a
हूँ।
long old day going all the way to 3 again. That was almost OT. I could smell it coming. But Orangutans hit back and they looked
Let's
so
go.
good on the attacking side of Haven. And they heard you guys talking a little bit of smack about Ascent on the desk and said, you know what, we're going to go all the way to 3. We're going to make you sit through Ascent.
We'll do it. I mean, I'm happy to be proven wrong. I predicted for them to win, and I expected great results, and we saw that on Haven.
We certainly did. I loved how
भाई उनके मैप में मारा उनको.
They got on the defense. They got off to a pretty decent start, right? But then Dplus
हाँ यार लियो भाई.
adapted, started in the win,
Okay.
made it real
Yes,
close
bro.
there in the half, and then
अब जी पे पेटीएम कर सकते हैं
second half that allowed Orangutan to really, dominate that game.
Yeah, what's kind of interesting to hear as well is those last couple of rounds for Dplus Kia, it felt like they ran out of steam or ran out of ideas on how to beat the approach of Orangutan. They had that one round where they pushed
MVP
out,
कौन
and
है?
then after that, nothing.
I need to point
Tesseract,
out, feel bad
26
for
kills.
Tesseract, the
Trophy by
Surface
19
Cape sort of
kills.
doing him dirty
Nice,
there.
bhai.
But look, he still was the
Ravi ke bhai
MVP,
14,
26 and
Anti by
12.
9,
He did mention
Aziz
it
by
was going to be him
11.
here that we were looking at on those sofas. And it just feels like, Tesseract, he's feeling it today on Haven. The other point I'll quickly want to make as well, sometimes if you are really good on that attacking side of bind, when
Let's go, OG.
You get the ball rolling. And Dplus Kia able to start on the attack allows them to really get up that speed. So that might be why map 1 looked so one-sided, whereas here on Dplus Kia's map pick, it is OGs that get to slow things down on the defense, get to control the pace. And obviously they adapted between the maps. So knowing that, going into the third and
अगर मैंने आपको रुपीस दिए और आपने पुशअप नहीं मारे तो ब्लैक डेविल भाई देखो मैं यहाँ बैठा हूँ ठीक है तो मैं कहीं नहीं जा सकता बट तुम जा सकते समझ रहे हो तुम समझ रहे हो
You just really need to get a read on what Dplus Kia are about to do, and I think so far,
मैं तो तुम्हें यहीं देख रहा हूँ
on Haven,
लेकिन तुम चले जाओगे काम करवा के सोचो गद्दारी नहीं हो जाएगी
good job at figuring out what Dplus Kia are about to do.
Definitely.
India always at the top, yes sir.
One less spike site to have to worry about.
Let's go, guys.
Many less
This is
approaches to
Escape.
those sites unless you just somehow manage to get full penetration down mid and enable flanks. But you don't see that super often. I guess it will depend on the agent comps we see.
Yeah.
But I dare say both these teams are probably going to be picking up some sorts of KJ, right?
ठीक है समझ गया
The
nice
issue there, as you mentioned, lesser sites could actually be easier for Dplus Kia to
यार वाले
control the
मॉनिटर चाहिए यार
angles, because
360
that's the
हर्ट्ज के
big
मॉनिटर है
problem
बताओ
on Haven. They expected the KJ to be someone that's supposed to hold multiple angles. You have those straps, but it seems like Orangutan were just brushing it off. They weren't really caring about that, pushing more aggressively, and it really hurt Dplus Kia here. They were trying so many rounds to somehow manage to get over that hurdle, but ultimately just couldn't, and because of that, they tried to be aggressive. They tried to play the same game as Orangutan, but it was only good for that one round, and as Quack was mentioning, only really good for once in a blue moon kind of strat.
Yeah,
True,
that's
true,
the
true.
thing about Orangutan, I feel also. We saw them play Ascent just a few days ago, actually.
भाई क्वेश्चन
very
पूछूं
recently
पूछो दोस्त
against Scars, and then that's one map where they didn't have a great performance. In fact, Rawfil actually kind of suffered a lot. It was tough because he had to try to do his job as a duelist, create space, but he also had 6 first deaths. And again, this goes back to what we were talking about way before this whole series started. I want to see them work together as a team, because if you have Rawfil and their whole team just kind of off on their own trying to find individual fights, that could go hairy so quickly that Dplus Kia finds a strong lead, and you cannot let them have that momentum.
Well, that's the thing, right? I think Orangutan learnt the hard way that you can't take Dplus Kia lightly in that first map. So they've certainly done some homework. They probably looked at their weaknesses on Ascent over the last couple of days and decided, look, if Scars can dominate us that badly, then there is a chance for Dplus Kia to do the exact same thing. Except, look, Dplus Kia, much less aggressive play style. We might see that shift up going into this series. You never know. Obviously, it didn't work super well for him on Ascent the other day. So hopefully, moving forward with this one, there is still a chance for both these teams to make it to playoffs. And that brings me to my next point. There is. Even if Orangutan lose here, there is still a world. There is still a possibility of them making playoffs. If they beat Bonkers, and if
Your favorite cricketer MS धोनी भाई लेकिन मैं देखता नहीं क्रिकेट बिल्कुल भी नहीं देखता
and there's this tie, there is a world
पहले
where
देखता
the
था
round differential can allow Orangutan
I gifted my friend on his brother's marriage अरे nice यार
even if they lose
कुशल भाई एक स्टोरी पे मेंशन किया है रेट करो अच्छा है भाई अच्छा है वैनम भाई अच्छा है मुझे लगा तुमने मेरे को फिर से मेंशन किया हो जब मैं उछला अभी
But I'm also hearing a lot of ifs.
मैंने कहा अभी जब ओजी जीती उसके लिए मेंशन किया मैं भाई देखने गया
I still want to
it's a 1%. It's a 1%.
Yes.
the lesser you're able to get the less wins you have.
Let's go,
the are thrown into the mix. But at least until the group stage is over, there is definitely a shot here for Orangutan. And you were talking like this series is done yet. It's not. Game 3 is still going underway.
Yeah, and we're going to see the meta comp, the one you expect on both sides, which means again we get to see Tesseract playing on that Sova. We get to see Luckier as well having another shot. Both of them, both of them did a spectacular job there on Haven. It's just Tesseract did it better. But now is it Luckier's time to bring this one back?
It has to be. I mean, he's been playing incredibly well today. But just to talk up Dplus Kia again, though, I mean, they've had a great performance. Yes, maybe the first 8 shooters were there, but now, if you're looking at Ascent, the last time they played this was against a team in their own region's finals. 13-4 was the score, and Dplus Kia had a strong attacking side. And of course, with crazy kills, top frag, coupled by a
The issue is, right, Lucky has been a little bit slower today, and on the other side of things, Orangutan, every time we've seen them play Ascent, we've been saying, look, Aziz needs to have a solid performance, right? But he hasn't. He has not had the impact on the KO over the previous days. But today, he's looking a little bit better. He's looking a little bit sharper. And maybe, just maybe, this is the day to prove me wrong, prove us all wrong, that he can actually do it and still be that pseudo-duelist with the entries with those flashes.
Well, Tesseract also is here as the Sova, and he's been pretty damn good on that Haven map. And lo and behold, Ascent also gives a lot of plays, a lot of leeway to showcase what you got as a Sova main.
Super light, bhai, sab super light use
I know you said before, Asarai, you hate watching Ascent. It's not your favorite map. It's super boring. But I'm going to be having a good time backstage because this series is delivering. It's been entertaining. It's keeping the hopes of South Asia alive, knowing that Dplus Kia could be going to a 0-2 scoreline, which is now a possibility. That's not something we discussed 4 days ago, before groups started.
We never thought that would have happened to a Korean team, but it's possible.
This
is the chances of Orangutan making it.
It goes to show to you how volatile the difference of the regions truly are.
Well, I heard from a bird, again, it's tweeting around here, it's flying around. It's a magpie, I think. I don't know how it got here from Australia, but it was making some noise in my ear, and it told me that Ascent is not too far away. Magpie's going to be flying up there to join the rest of the zoo, the orangutans, the boys from Korea as well. These individuals are looking to get the dub, and let's see who finds it here on Ascent.
Let's see what's going to be, Asarai. We've got Dplus Kia starting the attack. You got OGS going off of their gorilla orangutan chant.
Bhai, Pranab bhai, ye akhele hi awaaz itni tej hai bhai.
And they're prepared to receive them.
Prepared to see them indeed. Dplus.
Aate.
Very much just playing back outside of B main here. Interestingly enough, maybe they're waiting for an aggressive jiggle peek from Orangutan, but that's not going to happen, as you mentioned.
Let's go.
Already have settled themselves on each of these sites. It's going to be a slow play for the moment, and no real explosive entry from DK as well. Just a slow creep up, waiting
DK ka plan hai.
Their utilities to give them a slight bit more information before they really try to do anything.
Well, if Orangutan wants information, though, on their side, it's going to be up to Tesseract. He lines up that recon bolt perfectly, but Dplus Kia kind of hide back up around B main, and then they walk through together as a squad. They actually trade full for full. It's going to be down to a 3-on-3 now, and with the rotations coming through all the way from the A side, making so much noise, Estrella is fully aware of this. He comes up from behind slowly but surely. The rest of them holding out inside a boathouse. Firstly taken out by Aziz's fragment, and then XC hiding inside of the corner. Can't quite off to Estrella, and he's been fully discovered by now. Swaps over to the Frenzy. Still has some options, but the spike has been tapped to half. Aziz
Let's go!
And gets the lead.
You cannot deny that Tesseract has been doing heavy lifting at this point. That second Haven map, a lot of the highlights, a lot of the multi-kills, again in his favor. And look at how he's just able to get 2 kills. Yes, one more. Bam. Oh, wait.
Really
slowed them down. You talked about how Estrella was about to get the flank, but he was slow walking and that just meant that there was just less players fighting on the B site, so very, very difficult for Dplus to really...
Let's go guys, हो जाए. क्या बात है लियो भाई.
It was a very,
बहुत
very
बढ़िया.
difficult endeavor to, well, get over.
Could have maybe made a bit more noise and pulled their attention further back, but whatever it is, now into the next round.
Nice, Robbie,
line up the Bulldogs. Estrella
Okay.
actually coming in with a classic. He finds 2 headshots. 2 weapons down on the ground. And Antidote kind of has to try to keep them out of Kia's hands. Unfortunately, he's going to have to back off instead too, though. So, some weapons given away. Lakia managing to pick up the Bulldog. They tap the pause button. They cut noise again.
This turret doesn't spawn anything coming through mid, if I'm not mistaken. You can see the
लो है ये मरेगा. क्यों मरेगा?
If we see Tesseract pushing in, he might be able to actually gain access somewhat on tiles and maybe get a catch, a glimpse of the rotation.
Reveal, अबे reveal है इन पे.
Coming in through B main.
Okay.
If they can't break that Nano Swarm, that's a short-lived life for Estrella. Oh, they actually do. Esperanza has a chance here. RVK, though, tuck himself inside both house. He's allowing them to get through, but he's not allowing them to run into the site, and the punish follows up.
Let's go!
And now Lakia is the last one left. Spike is gone. Like, how do you
30 seconds left.
make your way in? You've got Tesseract and you've got RVK watching the angle outside of B main. They're expecting him to come from this spot. There's an alarm bot watching market. You got Antidote all the way back to Fender spawn.
Let's go! Let's go!
Not unless he could somehow kill 2 players with a single shot, single burst.
Bye, sexy man!
2 to
Check this replay real quick. How did Estrella get that double? Oh, he was very prepared for the swings. Okay, I like that.
भाई पीछे को कितना लो कर दिया था. Nice one भाई, timing bro.
For this round. Again, cool, calm, collected. They were thinking maybe he's on this side. They don't really have that many options, and RVK taking advantage of that. Just basically gets himself up to 2K. So that means that if you look at the side of OGS here, some good charges on their ultimate.
जोर भाई जैसे बहुत प्यारा मारा भाई उन्होंने.
Look at this sudden change in pace. A flashpoint over the top. And it just
भाई एक नंबर स्मोक एंटी भाई. Oh,
yo. A couple more spams through the smokes and well, Aziz unfortunately.
No.
Or so. Orangutan are still trying to work their way around this, but this is so much control and a big pickup for Dplus Kia.
अच्छा Dplus का complete भाई है.
You'd be interested to say that Dplus didn't actually use a lot
Nice
of
reveal.
for that. Yeah, it was just truly just a bit of firepower, and that's about it. Right into the corner. The same main smoke has been a lot more common, but the thing is, it's
crossfire पे मजा आएगा.
portions of the A side, so it could be a bit tricky here for OGS to place themselves, Antidote as well as Raw Fuel, in positions where it could be really difficult to break.
अपना round
especially
है.
when Lakia has saved up his drone. But
Nice, Raw Fuel, bye, nice.
Takes the initiative to get these picks, but it's still not going to be enough. Estrella and Exy have already gotten access. Maybe Tesseract, maybe, but no, he's just going to back away first as the Ultimate has been activated.
30 seconds
I
left.
think he was detected as well. He's still going to try to find some shots from heaven, though, Asarai. He's looking for a hit, but unfortunately, his foot gets found instead. It's going to be Exy holding the off angle, and now RVK with a Sheriff. Door in his face. I don't know, maybe go heaven, like pick up your teammate's fallen weapon, but look at how Dplus Kia recognizes his options, and they go in to snuff him out.
Dplus Kia not lacking their own fans as well. And we're really hearing broadcast in South Asia how very passionate and very much heard the fans are, and they brought that here in Bangkok, Thailand. Any case, I was really expecting a lot more punish from Rawfield there, because it looked like he was able to do so, but somehow DK, Dplus.
With that win now, it's going to be another buy up. You've got Lakia with an Odin. And you know how this thing chews through walls. Rawfield and an Operator too, though, and that could be something that will be used to halt Dplus Kia's advances. Instead, Dplus Kia makes their way through B main, and they find contact onto RVK. This guy is going to have to fall back and anchor down the side, because if he is gone, so will the site. Tesseract comes in from market and just narrowly avoids Nano Swarm, and he slips through onto Logs. He
Nice,
finds the
nice,
shot
nice.
to the back of Estrella, but here comes Lakia and Exi. Rawfuel holds the angle off by defender spawn, but oh god,
no,
can't
no.
quite tailwind out of there. Allow will be able to find the shot, and then Aziz trades back. Still, spike planted, Aziz down to 10 HP. I don't think he can get this one, Nasser.
Yeah, definitely not. Might even just save the operator here because that's
10 HP यार बहुत low है वो.
OG. There was a trick I think that the OG actually tried to do. You saw Tesseract, he was swimming, or rather walking through the Nano Swarm. I do believe if you stack a Nano Swarm of yourself or of your teammates over your
Less
opponents,
damage?
that should be, yeah, you should be taking the damage from your teammates, so it does
Low
do
है
less
Aziz
damage in the end. He tried to use that trick, push through onto Logs. Unfortunately, he was only good for the one, and ultimately in the end, it was a little bit too late because he was kind of waiting for that setup to push through, and the site was already taken. Spike's gonna explode, and again, we're just talking about this while Aziz is trying to save the operator.
Nice, nice.
Good, big investment. And we know
Yo, I know it's far, but he was like 10 HP, so
there's a chance, right?
Yeah.
We know how Rawfuel loves the operator, so that's going to be something that he needs to carry on to the next round for his team.
भाई क्या मस्त dash मार के निकले थे लेकिन उधर एक player था.
Yeah.
But it's a smart push from Dplus Kia. They knew to kind of delay it and then have a couple more people holding out by B main. And that's the main thing.
Let's go भाई.
As
आ रहा है.
and saw multiple people out by lane. He could have had a great spray transfer, but you know, not meant to be. It's going to be a save. It's going to be an eco. Rawfuel instead on the Blade Storm. A bit of a 0-point tag, though, and RVK tries to go in through the corner, but instead gets sussed out.
Oh, the flash.
Great flash coming in from Aziz, and it saves his teammate. Also,
अबे मुझे बताओ तो लोगों की चीज. Oh भाई Rawfuel भाई sexy.
By the operator from market, they try to push into him, and unfortunately, Rawfuel will be traded. The rest of Dplus Kia continue to push into the site, and Lakia with the angles on the shock dart finds Tesseract. Antidote and Aziz have to retake with these guns that don't work the best. Nanostorm holds them off. Spike's been planted and now off angle held. You also have the Odin just waiting for the best time. A bit of a dark cover gives him an extension, but not quite. And it just blocks him off. XC so good onto it. Aziz looks for a bit of an angle. And he knows that Odin's there, so he will be able to find that first shot. Needs two more though. And how do you play off of this with this bolt actually?
Nice!
Oh, he turns it around. This is suddenly very doable. Drops.
Oh my god, bro. It's too good, bro.
Cover.
Too good, bhai. Too good.
Finds the lead instead.
You know how stressful Dplus had
Arna bhai, ek number.
situation? They had to deal with two players at the back of B site and then players knocking down the door on market. I know it was a weaker buy for OGS here, especially when the door closed, so they took a longer time to break that down. But Dplus did a fantastic job at just clearing one thing up and then dealing with the other right after. So quick, so stressful, yet they still were able to execute perfectly and win the round. Yes, it was a weaker buy, but Rawfuel had the blades, Aziz has the ultimate, or the operator, but now this is the push on A.
And they found the guns as well. Rawfuel on the operator, but oh my gosh. Somehow short left unchecked. Aziz got hit in the back, and it's going to be now the site cracked open. Antidote not quite able to defend from Generator. Heaven blocked off by the fragment as well, and well, we're gonna have to break the door, but I don't know if we can retake this with 3 players only. And again, that operator, I think is gonna be a save. This Paradox is starting to look
true, right?
Yeah,
it's a thing. It's really a thing. If you don't get that value off the operator, you're like, I don't want to waste 4,700. And again, you get into that mindset that if I get hits in the next round, it's going to be good. But yeah, anyways, there's also one thing that you would think, like, why wasn't anyone spotting out Allow? Here's a trick there. 4 players, all non-duelists, slowly A main. You'd expect that if there's going to be the duelist is going to come through A main. No, charging through A short. All of that noise on A main. They don't know Allow is going to be pushing there. He dashes in. He closes that distance. Unaware of the A short pinch coming in from Dplus Kia.
It's such a tiny detail, but it impacts so much. Because if Aziz had that off angle, he could have maybe stopped the push coming out of A main, but Lo and behold, that is the story. That is what happens. And Dplus Kia, again, are such a formidable team, such a formidable opponent. Look at the doctor's face. He's not happy with that one.
Yeah, you did say a while ago that he got a somewhat relaxed
Time out
space of
होएगा.
Haven.
Time out
Now,
है, हाँ.
feeling the pressure once again, and it's going back into their heads.
डॉक्टर भाई कह रहे हैं, इधर बैठा लो, इधर क्या करना है इधर.
That they haven't gotten themselves a win, and they're digging their graves deeper and
भाई उस गेम का क्या हुआ? जीत गई भाई, ओजी जीत गई, ओजी जीत गई.
to lift themselves up, and a win in this series, a win against Dplus is going to be huge, because not only does it get them a series win, it also puts Dplus in the 0-2, hopefully standing
कोई ना आएगा,
here
आएगा,
at the
comeback
lead
आएगा
of the
भाई.
group.
So much at stake, Asurai. And of course, Dplus Kia wants to keep on with this momentum. They want to take this win to make up for the loss from yesterday. Orangutan, it's just tough, right? You can't afford going down
Hey,
0-3 because again,
PXT भाई क्या स्पैम कर रहे
all
हो?
those ifs start coming into the
Hello,
equation.
Harish bhai.
And that's just not fun. That's not a fun thing to have. So you need to find some wins. So we need the timeout, and we need some kind of a setup.
Yeah.
I've seen it before. They did it against
भाई
Spark
प्रणव भाई
yesterday.
की आवाज है क्या है?
From the
जब
Doctor,
भयंकर वे.
had a set play coming through with Antidote and Rawfield with the Blades. A Paranoia through Generator, and they actually just execute on the A side. Aziz followed up beautifully as well. I don't think it's going to be the same thing this time because they're playing on defense, but you can see how the positions have been swapped around. Killjoy utility up around the A side. Dplus Kia, they actually switch out their plan too. They're playing slow now.
They're aware, again, that the operator is still available on raw fuel here, and they're literally bypassing his line of sight. Look at that, they're just hugging hard onto A short. If they try to peek him, maybe, but that flash was just so perfectly timed that it caught raw fuel off guard. They might have hurt also the dash. So that
भाई
gives
क्या
them
sexy dash
a
मारते
little
हैं.
bit, maybe an opening here on the A side, but thankfully,
भाई jet खेलूंगा भाई
RBK
यहाँ से.
got his nano swarm trap on A short.
Oh my god, but he's been displaced by that fragment. Estrella so good on these. And then Esperanza with a spray. It's perfectly countered. Now the question is, will Rawfield be countered as well? He holds the angle, can't land the shot. Antidote gone too. And we're back to the 3 players left.
No.
Aziz has the null command, but how do you retake with this? Dplus
Nice.
Kia holding it down.
Nice.
Aziz lands a shot. Oh, he threads the needle through the crate. And this is starting to look a little bit better. You need that heaven presence though, and it's just a little bit too far off, a little bit delayed, not well timed.
Nice,
Sometimes a
nice,
little bit
nice,
more
nice,
with
nice,
the
nice.
Shot from heaven, taking out Estrella. Now they have to push in. But Tesseract is too
Oh.
darn low. Exy, he holds it out from Garden, and Lakia is still alive. You just don't have that much time left,
Aye.
so it's
अच्छा मारा था यार. Hello, King Cobra.
for Orangutan.
Rafael can hit those shots, but he's not confident pushing in because he has the operator. If he makes a mistake with the shot again, he's just dead in the water. Yes, he's getting these exit frags, but ultimately, it's the round still taken by Dplus Kia.
Oh my
Can he even save the operator in time? Oh, thankfully he does.
भाई वो भी connect हो जाता.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Orangutan were already looking to save, and then Aziz just hits like a 2K, and then they start coming back into the side. It's like, we can actually do this, guys. And then again, positioning
Oh my God.
for some of the players not well enough that they could really threaten the side, especially that Tesseract used his ultimate. There was no one that could really follow up on that.
Yeah, Sarai, you're absolutely right. You can see that it almost happens up
आ रहा है
until
भाई,
the point
जीत जाएंगे हम
in
लोग.
which Aziz got fragged out. So now confidence from Dplus Kia.
अबे
They've got all of these ultimates they're looking
Bro,
to
but DK वाला
execute,
legend बहुत
but
great है.
RBK
बहुत
has
पैसा भी
some
उन पे.
confidence off his own. He hears that noise.
ओमन के
and
अकेले में
goes
5500
into
है.
peak, takes
2 को
out
भाई दे
Lakia.
सकते हैं. अबे 3 का तो भाई उनके पास ऐसे ही है अभी भी है. नाइस था डॉफिल भाई.
To peek in. Nuh-uh. You can't do it against Rafael. You've got the nanostorm right underneath, and Allow tries to eliminate it. The flashes come
Nice.
from Estrella.
Nice.
But wow! Look at the anchor. Look at RVK from Garden.
Sexy, sexy.
Well, that's beautiful. That's perfect. All ignited by RVK, just hitting the monster shot on to Lakia.
भाई
They
एक
thought that
नंबर.
with that Killjoy ultimate,
आन दो, आन दो.
OGS is gonna get
Done,
freaked out,
done.
maybe afraid to re-peek the angle. Not at all.
Oh.
There's that one angle at the back of A Heaven where an operator can still get a shot if your smokes don't cover it, and it did not. And a raw fuel not shying away from a couple of picks. Again, giving chance as well for Aziz to get that God anchor on the A site.
I think it was like a little bit of overconfidence from Dplus Kia too, just running into A main. Unfortunately, they got punished that time, so now they're back to slow pacing. And they're looking to explore mid instead. We haven't seen this before. Tesseract, he's here with Antidote. Could there be a paranoia setup? No.
Could be. We'll see. Tesseract's always been good at finding that initial contact, that initial peak, but not this time. He does get tagged. Well, unfortunately, no heals on either side. But this slows down the pace for Dplus. And well, speaking of Dplus, they're really committing into getting a lot more mid control right now. But if they don't slowly creep up onto A short, and with RVK putting his utility a little bit farther back on the doorway, this could actually be bad for Dplus. Oh, Dplus on mid.
Yeah, exactly. He's making so much noise up by A short, just buying time, buying that.
Nice Rockfield, bye! Oi,
goes through. Yes,
my God, Evan.
Great start off. And then the push from Market. Tesseract right underneath their noses. But XC gets the spray on. And he eliminates Rothfield as well. And then the fragment from Estrella. Again, it just keeps them at bay, buys them enough time to get that spike planted. A couple more sprays and, well, a Hunter Stream from Lakia too. Oh, the angle is great! Aziz, he's been taken out. RVK from Market, Antidote coming in. They're trying to find great positions. What they don't know is that Estrella is inside the dark cover. He takes out Antidote. And that leaves RVK alone. We've seen him clutch before, but with all of these weapons in Dplus Kia's hands, it's just too darn difficult, that's right.
They're getting some value. They're getting the first kills, but the mid fights into sight for the clutches is where Dplus Kia is outmaneuvering and basically outpacing Orangutan here. We're going to be looking at the replay real quick. Rothfield, he's good for a couple of picks here, but unfortunately, even Tesseract, he got it, and then Exi out of nowhere just gobsmacks them, retakes the B site, basically hands this round to Dplus Kia, and Orangutan can only watch.
Just feel that, like you're sitting ducks. They need to get proactive. They need to take the destiny into their own hands. And I love this play from Antidote, but he has to be very careful about when he wants to sneak in. He saw some of those rotating. And that is why he's not peeking further through. Yeah. Yes, Dplus Kia might be playing around that smoke, but it's also a very likely possibility that they rotate instead. The thing is, though, Orangutan doesn't hear this. Tesseract has to be careful. He has to play safe, because if he doesn't survive this contact, B-side could be open.
Correct me if I'm wrong as well. I think he used both of his reconnaissance abilities on B main just to make sure.
Oh, wow.
Maybe his recon dart's going to be coming out in a few seconds, which could be huge because Rothfield is still here with the operator. Could be a chance, but these Cloudbursts is making it difficult for him. The paranoia as well. The tag on the recon dart's going to be huge, but no! Esperanza gets a pick. Rothfield, it's all up to you, and he does. RVK as well, but Lau just cleans him up. This side is taken already, but trade for trade, not too bad yet for OG, and they can still play that retake.
Yeah, RVK's Nanostorm actually took one player out, so now they've set up all around the site, and they have just enough time because the spike was planted a second later. Allow holds the angle with the operator. Doesn't quite connect the shot. A good wide swing allows him to find a little bit more space.
Nice one, RVK.
RVK,
nice one,
he finds a frag too. Estrella answers back though. A quick double, and we're onto a one-on-one. Antidote drops down, and the noise has been heard. Estrella shuts him down with the third kill.
Again and again and again, it happens. It's the triple E standing of Dplus Kia here. Exi last round, Estrella this one. Look at that. And another. He heard the drop too, so he was already setting up his crosshair right there. And Estrella, or rather Lakia, he's already moved his jacket there. He's feeling the heat. He's feeling heated up with his teammate. But this is not looking too good, Quack. 7-3. These guys are, they're starting to make it look like buying once again.
They've got that lead, right? They've got that momentum. But here
oh my God.
My God, Orangutan, they try to switch things up, but Allow just comes in and rips their faces clean off. Antidote tries to push up from, well, no, he's not even pushing up. He's holding off the angle. It's RVK that's actually coming up from Tiles, but Lakia! What was that?
Yeah, he went for the wide jump swing peak. I don't know how to call it, but it looked like it.
क्या हो रहा है भाई? जो भी हो रहा है गलत हो रहा है.
Yeah.
Wow. There's shenanigans on this.
Wow.
Antidote. Oh well. So it's Shanghai noon somewhere in the world. I don't think you want to save this, so he's looking for the pick. But this Odin, man, this Odin.
Big problems. Big weapon, big problems. So.
भाई उन पे कितना पैसा है अभी?
Back on the operator once.
तभी पे दोनों पे.
You need a bigger solution.
The thing is, it's good. It does get the pick, the initial pick, but the impact as soon as they start flooding into the site, it goes kaput, man. So unless Rafuel has blades to supplement that, which he does not, as you can see here on the ult counters, he really has to get these initial picks. But again, DK, they're using all of their utilities to make sure that that's not going to happen.
He's trying. Last round of the first half, and he goes in for the peak, but wow. Just out-opt by Lakia. Again, this guy was the top fragger for Dplus Kia when they last played Ascent against, I think, SLT. So, one pick gone.
Yeah.
You got 4 players left. This severely weakens our defense.
निकाल दो भाई.
Like played into the hands of Lakia there too, because he threw.
अबे मेरे से तो कुछ बोला ही नहीं जा रहा भाई. मुंह सुन्न हो गया मेरा.
Oh my gosh! He still gets it through the paranoia. Absolutely beautiful. Tesseract not falling behind in disease, trying to put a line underneath the door closing in, and he thought that he could have maybe gotten back into cover, reloaded the weapon, but not gonna happen this time. That turret is gonna keep this plant safe from Lakia, so RVK's already catch.
Oh my God!
He caught them lacking, and they thought that they were safe. But no, technology says otherwise.
And it's German engineering. He took a gamble. He went for the dive, and they just happened to be in the same spot.
Looking at the different direction too.
ये तो खतरनाक मारा भाई उसने स्मोक.
There's so many possibilities, but it worked out great, and it's going to be that 4-8 first half. And just watching it again, I mean, Dplus Kia, these setups are incredible. Yeah, they got the opening pick, and then they set up for the 8 split instantly after that. But then you have that recon bolt from Lakia, you got those flashes, you got the push coming in along with Estrella. You talk about those triple E's, man, and they are here.
Yeah, they're definitely popping off as well. And what's good about Orangutan is it's not too far off. Halftime does switch things up, mix things up.
Bye. Let's go, G.
You're now going to be the ones attacking, and this could be a better play, a better placement for them, because now they can dictate the pace of the game. But the big problem is in that first half, they were very much getting dictated on where they should play. And it feels weird to say that, but if you look at how the Dplus Kia have been, they were so aware of where their opponents were going to be playing at, because Dplus just wanted them to be there with, again, the utility setups that they've had.
Right? Like what we saw in Bind, all of those setups, all of those executes. This shouldn't be happening on Ascent. This is a defender-sided map. It's not bad, but it's not great either. 4 to 8. You need much more rounds than that. And if you can't pick up the pistol right here, right now, you could possibly be looking at an Orangutan with 0 wins in this group so far.
And here's the big problem too. Orangutan are not shying away from force buys as well. I don't think it's a super problem, but I mean, imagine if they lost the pistol, they force bought, they lost the force buy. That's gonna be a 4-10 in the blink of an eye. So, as you mentioned, it is pivotal, imperative
12, 11, 8, 7, 1
to get this pistol already.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
If you can't do it, it's going to be bad. But that's why we appreciate the team hyping them up. Rafael goes in with the execute and he just dashes straight in. Support coming down slowly around from the back. And Dplus Kia are right around the corner. Thankfully, Spike will go down, and you can see Lakia trying to set up for some lineups. I think Rafael heard a hop, though, and that's why he's trying to spam through. It doesn't find anything, so he hops off instead. They will need to hold from hell. Dplus Kia, they're setting up these retakes. The first thing that needs to be done is that this door needs to be broken. They go in along with a Paranoia, and here it comes. Allow, Frenzy, they're looking all over the place. This dark cover covers them inside though, and he hops through. Estrella gets the shot instead. This Classic does everything. 2 players left from outside of A main, and RVK is the only one left. They're stacked up, they're body blocking, and he's down to 14 HP. RVK, you can't land the shot, and Lakia, he picks up the pistol. Dplus Kia are looking so darn good right now.
Hi.
Took a breath, and they placed the smokes on the perfect positions. You saw that was their own smoke in that in Dice. No, actually, sorry, it was OG's, but it still didn't matter. I thought it. Yeah, I thought that was actually a really good smoke from DK because it separates them. But the thing is, because OG did it from themselves, they separated themselves from their own teammates. But in any case, the utility usage from Dplus Kia here was so well timed and very well simultaneous that OG just couldn't do anything.
And then here comes, it's that OG force buy that you talked about from before, Asterai. They're going in with that gamble, and we're hoping that it works out. But when you look at the firepower, the arsenal that Dplus Kia are holding onto, it's so oppressing, it's so difficult. They've been smoked off. You don't want to peek against this. Ascent is just too wide, too long, that if you can't come in close enough, you might not be able to find favorable duels.
The thing is, Dplus are aware that the force buy was actually coming.
No.
Where they've been placing themselves, Estrella can always back up into A main. It's no, hold on. He actually looked away for a second, and Rafael doesn't miss a beat. Actually gets the pick, and this could ignite the force buy, but Exy through the smoke. Not yet done. Because it seems like Orangutan will have to push through the smoke here through this site, but there's still 2 players of Dplus holding, angling, and hitting all of the shots. This is not looking too good. At the end of the day, as the dust settles, 2 versus 2 still, not yet done. Spike will get planted, and the retake and the clutch begins.
Lakia's looking for the head. Just saw the beanie. Trying to get a couple of bursts through, but look at RVK dodging all of this. He now knows that they are mostly up by Heaven. So he backs up around Generator. Antidote hides inside his own dark cover. They need to work together on this, though. And as soon as the drop goes through, Lakia, 1 from up top, 1 from below. And Dplus Kia work
come back kar do please.
No need to really
Abhi 10-4 bhai, 10-4.
Because they had all of the time that they needed, and aside from winning the recon dart, they were also burning the duration of that dark cover. So they were just waiting to hopefully expose RVK in the Antidote in the process as well, which they did, and it worked so well for them. I honestly thought they could have gotten that round in, but the hold for Dplus at the back of the site was just too good.
And if you think about how this implicates the rest of this map, your economy is severely affected. You can't buy up full rifles in this round. You've got Sheriffs, you've got 1 Spectre. And like you mentioned, Asterai, Dplus Kia anticipated that force buy. They are so darn prepared for this entire matchup. The Doctor needs to find a solution. He needs to cook up something right now. Because if this doesn't happen, again, it's that 3-loss record for Orangutan in Group Omega.
Yeah.
I don't know if the team or if Antidote can find anything as well.
The thing is, if Orangutan also decide to go for another force buy, there's going to be better weapons now for
jeetna padega bro.
So
that's
going to make it even more difficult. Maybe they can get a catch-off, but as I mentioned, Dplus are so aware that Orangutan aren't really backing away from a chance to roll the dice, again, go for that risky play, but they're falling into a trap, and Dplus, they keep setting it up, and again, Orangutan just keep getting caught in the mix.
Need something.
Prana bhai shooting karo please. Motivation आता बहुत.
to reset yourself. And you need those fans to support and cheer for Orangutan as well. Dplus Kia, 3 rounds away from closing out this series. And look at how they're going for bits of map control. A main, you've got the alarm bot covering up mid. This is a very standard setup, and they're reading this. The alarm bot shows them that Orangutan are trying to get through. What? Is that the wallbang and then the turret? Allow is finding these shots. He can't be allowed to do this. It's a double kill. Estrella covering up A short, and he's threading the needle. He's done this before. He's doing it again. Another fragment. And Antidote actually uses a sliver to peek on through, but XC instantly trades.
Sorry, FK का क्या चल रहा है भाई? बहुत बुरा हाल चल रहा है अभी तो. Nice test.
Well, starts things off with a headshot, a double headshot with the Sheriff.
Yeah, the survivor is, well, not just surviving. He's also somewhat thriving. Solo stats at least is looking good for Tesseract, but it's not really going to be enough, is it? 4-11. At least Orangutan, they have a surplus of creds to be able to buy, but we're just looking at some replays and just, you know, making sure that our guesses were correct. And, oh, it was a wallbang, and oh, it was the turret that got a pick. Is that the first turret kill of the
No, it's not
stage?
the first.
Okay. I was like thinking, I guess we saw a couple of firsts.
Before. Timmy the turret is always around in the game, but that's the main thing, right? Still, if you're looking at how this plays out, it's very similar to what we saw in Bind. And we know what happened on Bind. It's 3 rounds in a row now for Dplus Kia, and you're talking about that economy. They fought it up. Orangutan has bought up as well. But if they lose this, I don't know how much they can scrounge together to force for that match point play. They need to win, and they need to start chaining rounds together.
Absolutely. This is such a
Third map, I guess. हाँ, third है.
Orangutan.
गया भाई, अरे यार अभी भी हो सकता है.
You know that they feel the pressure here. No, wait, that happens. RBK turned his back. Allow still has a dash. He can deal some damage here, but thankfully Aziz, too quick on the trigger. No more mollies here for Estrella, excuse me, to push out on, but XC, come on, you can't do the one-way smoke against them, man. The damage onto Raw Fuel too, and this is getting out of hand. Orangutan, they got the site, but there's no real chance for Aziz to actually plant the spike, because now if they know about this, if they hear about this, they're going to start pushing in. But Raw Fuel, thankfully, he's the man with the plan, the action dude. The shock dart not actually connecting, and somehow able to is by himself. Raw Fuel 15 HP. Aziz 61, not even near 100. So got his bite. And he's trying to creep up in the right direction, but Raw Fuel, the magic man, he makes it happen once again. Now you see me, now you don't.
Nice vibe, please, God.
I've given the round to my teammates. I don't know where I was going with that, but you know what? He clutches. Yeah, you let me
that
come.
was beautiful. I am.
Bhai, 15 HP सिर्फ.
But look at these plays. He heard them.
Nice,
they were right around door. And that's precisely why he peeked out.
Nice, Rofil, bhai. Too good, bhai. Too good.
Just finds him the perfect double kill to turn things all around. With that, a bit more confidence. And he goes in for that final duel. 5 wins, and they need 6 more just to bring them to an even footing.
Orangutan, every single player, they have that invisible banner that says, "Never count me out." And they're pushing.
Nice, Rofil, bhai.
And they're really pressing their advantage here. Allow, where is he peeking out from? It's
Bhai,
through
kya
mid,
hua
actually.
1 second
We're
mein?
already seeing just decrepit bodies of Orangutan. Already just splintered, splayed through outside of market. Tesseract trying to plant the spike. RBK trying to make some heat here as he does get that assistance on the Hunter's Fury. Maybe he can find an opening right now. Lakia just runs through. No real need to fear the Hunter's Fury, but as he is a true hunter himself, Tesseract, once again, can he step up? But he trips, and that's going to push DK into series point, into match point, and Orangutan is pressed up against the wall once again.
How do you fight back against this?
Hey Sanya, hey Kushal, I'm good. What
you have the Odin, and yes, it's a little bit hilarious, but the way that he actually dominates.
Oh, bhai, वो पूरा run and gun दिया, bro. तो पता पूरी 100 गोली चलानी
भर भर भर. They tried to surprise Dplus Kia, but they got completely read. They got
Run and
completely
gun भाई proper
countered
पूरा.
straight into the open arms of Dplus Kia, and this weapon is still in the game. You've got 4 ultimates against you. It is now or never.
Now or never indeed. Raw Fuel does have the blades already. Does use the updraft for a little bit of contact, maybe hoping that he can find an opponent here. Allow, on the other hand, also anticipating. You can see he's primed up the tailwind already, looking to see if Orangutan is going to press the advantage through mid, and
Nice, Raffle bhai.
caught with his
Nice.
hands down. Allow though,
अच्छा.
does the same thing.
मुझे लगा Raffle मैंने मारा. अबे दोनों ult पे अपनी.
Is right here. He can really deal some damage, but he's backed away. And they're really pushing them back to the site, and this is working
Nice,
for
nice,
Orangutan
nice.
here, but just not allowing them to get
3v3.
into the site. And if they push up onto Swan, Estrella is there to go for the pinch. And don't forget, there's still one more Axie at the A site. This could still go very awry for either side, as no one has good map control just yet.
Raffil, he's up around the stairs, and he's looking for the head, but he's just tucked neatly away back site. RVK trying to create a little bit of an opening. He peeks out
Nice
through.
one.
He gets the shot onto Estrella, but then just runs onto the other side. Exy, he was undetected. Allow still very much backside, and it's all up to Raffil, but no! Allow cuts his head off with the knife. It is 13-5 for Dplus Kia. Orangutan, unfortunately, have suffered their 3rd loss.
Man, from that second game that looks like Orangutan was orangutangoing, it seems like they got orangutangled. And that's going to be the 0-3. That is a big, big blow, because now their chances, as we mentioned, have turned into a lot of ifs if they can get out of the group stage. Not looking too hot with that, but on the flip side, Dplus, incredible performance on both their bind and ascent map.
I mean, we've been somewhat looking for that comeback from Orangutan, cheering for the kid who could. But it is what it is, and Dplus Kia, they did such a great job at playing this game. You could see in a lot of these setups, like we talked about it, right? How they played on binds, how they almost made it back on Haven. And in a lot of these moments, you see those 3 Es that you talked about. You see Lakia finding some incredible shock dart angles. These players are here in Ascension Pacific, and they have brought Korean Valorant to our shores.
Gotta love how their performance just, again, flipped overnight, to be honest. And we were mentioning, again, how some teams, they got that first series drought.